Welcome to ExalTwitch Academy.
Yeah, brought to you in part by Elizabeth, Scott, and Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Where only happy fun times are had by all.
Yeah.
And nothing bad ever occurs.
Because when bad things happen, you get the chop.
Yeah, it's definitely not, player action or anything.
No.
No.
We are completely blameless in this
Yeah,
scenario.
we didn't do anything. We didn't make any decisions.
Now down a little bit. Sorry.
Ha
But that said, welcome
Yeah.
to the stream, everybody. We're very happy to be here. Thank you, Zenrobo, for the sub. Show.
Wow, Zenrobo, thanks for your support.
Well, I just thought your content was so great.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I wonder, honestly, I wonder if we've made a bit of a mistake in the sense that, like, what's it going to look like today? You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't think that
storytelling
far
is
ahead.
good. Yeah, well, I mean, I figured.
I just sort of thought we would go live and
We know, but you're
the
the
story
Gale.
would just tell itself.
You're the Gale. What do you mean you didn't think
Not
that?
yet. See? My name's Elizabeth.
Oh,
Hey.
shit.
Not in character yet.
Who's got the buttons? I
What?
know you do.
No, they're over there.
Pushing the buttons?
Oh, no. Kung Fu Fenris.
Fenris, that's very kind. Thank
So
you.
kind. Oh. Yeah.
John,
Whoa,
wait,
wow.
wait. John subscribed.
That must have been... Do you think it's like one of those things where...
Help.
Ignore them. Don't pay no attention to
A
the man
student
behind
has
the curtain.
enrolled. Oh.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Requiem, it is with great sadness that we... Wow, sorry. That's too far. I really I shouldn't...
Far too soon.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Plucky Hero. We see your test.
Test, and yes, we see your test and we respect it.
Now, whether or not their chat is actually broken and...
Yeah, I suppose we're going to have to find out.
Oh, no. Thank you for the salt.
13 salts.
Some who knows.
Thank you, Kung Fu Fenris.
B+. I mean, it was nice having a John. Now it seems that we're
Yep.
stuck without him.
Well. Oh no, BBC's correct. We only used light twine. What are we gonna do?
Wasn't even artifact line.
Oh!
What? Oh,
Oh.
someone
No, wait.
restrained the beast.
Oh,
Get the yo-yo.
oh, wait, what?
I don't know.
I don't think we have a yo-yo. There are many things in this house.
Oh my god.
No, he's breaking free of his bonds.
And yet...
I'm with Requiem though. It's gonna be a beach.
A beach episode.
So we were at the beach and oh my god.
Oh. John, you were able to make it.
Oh, great, John. You just got out of the bathroom, right? That's all. We were just covering for you.
That horrible Velcro rippings.
Not even cold iron could
just-
hold him.
We didn't do anything. No, he was away by his own accord. It wasn't us.
This is either going to be really horrible for you or mildly uncomfortable. Let's see if you're really a changeling.
Come on. I should have brought
He's
the
not
change.
dead. We were making a joke. Kind of.
Speaking of jokes. How about that last week episode? Am
Wow.
I right?
Rough.
Oh, boy.
Woof.
Oh, no.
Speaking of laughter and merriment.
The exile. Okay, it's not the exiler. You're okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's somewhere around here.
Is it up
I don't
top?
think I need... Actually, I guess if anyone was to be exiled, that would be...
I mean, this used to be an exiler,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it became something else.
The Ban Cannon. The Bannon. The Bruce
It's
Bannon.
not loaded.
Yep.
We don't keep loaded guns in this house.
We don't?
do. We keep loaded Nerf guns. We're such bad people. Oh, no. How do you stay in our home? We have loaded Nerf guns. What a hazard.
I'm letting you guys lull you into a... I'm lulling you into a false sense of security before I hunt you for sport.
One day that'll have to be it. We just leave like 2 Nerf guns by the front door.
Oh, fuck.
Hi, friends out there in Chatland.
Hello.
Our bot still hasn't even said that we're online.
It's just mad that I made a bot, so it's just decided to quit. It's just like, well, fine, if you can write
Whoa,
1,750 lines of code,
You don't need
I
me
don't need to
anymore.
exist.
Should we create a new bot?
no, I don't wanna.
Don't wanna.
Discord.py got abandoned like 3 days ago. It's so rude. It's so badly timed.
The title is a song reference that Luke does not know. That's okay, Luke.
It's okay. Yeah.
Can't know everything.
So I walk along. I walk like a walkway.
What?
Can't read. Somebody help me. I'm
Maybe
fine.
you're the clone.
So I walk like a human along the pathway.
Can't.
I think I probably was a clone.
Is this the point in your age where you need like bifocals?
No.
Okay, so
It
it's
was
not
my mouth.
inability.
It was my.
It's your mouth, not your
My
eyes.
eyes are great. I can.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
Damn. You can keep being the well-sighted person in the room.
Sorry.
And the well-eared.
Grubermensch, the concept, or as Gilligood points out, the sword. This
I
is the
didn't even
question.
think about the sword.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good, eh?
Luke has never heard of the crystal method.
Well.
I guess that's like a generational thing.
I mean, Keep Hope Alive did come out. Oh no.
Yeah.
It came out a long time ago.
Hey, Krister, so
Thank you,
kind.
Krister.
Thank you.
What a.
Never gonna
person
give you
to
up.
hit.
It would be a good one, John. I will say. It's a good shout from Requiem here.
Think
Just lock that one again. Lock that one away. Foot.
Oh, all foot. Was that our hype train?
But I would guess so.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you.
How am I supposed to rebel against the system without authorities?
Well, this is our plan. If you have no one to rebel against, maybe you won't feel so inclined to need to act out.
Yeah.
This is an intervention. We decide that the Tupperware only encourages more bad behavior.
Exactly.
So the Tupperware is gone.
So you're free to run around.
Luke, do you want me back? Do you want me back? Want me back for good?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh no, the reverse
It's okay,
psychology.
It's okay. It's just him expressing himself.
Yeah, exactly, that's fine. It's the Montessori school of RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like zenning over here, you know.
I see what you did there.
It is a lesson that I've learned and that I've repeated relatively often, but I will not judge anyone based on their music taste.
No.
It is a lame thing to judge someone on.
I may wildly disagree with their preference. I might be like, I would never want to listen to that, but that's okay. You listen to it. Maybe just not when I'm subject to it. But yeah.
Pretty much, right?
No, I judge.
That's okay, NFL. We don't either.
It's been a wild ride today so far. You're here.
Yay!
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, I
We're very
managed to
happy.
break free from the bonds that held me.
They weren't very strong.
Well,
No, they were extremely strong. John's
John's
hero.
just extremely strong.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
whoa. Oh my god.
But it is Sunday.
That means brand new game.
Woo! Wait, what?
Oh, I know what he's referencing.
Okay.
Mm.
Sorry.
It's a nazy.
Mm. Fair.
Fruit by the foot and bubble tape. Oh,
That sounds amazing.
I have a specific memory in a specific park relating to bubble tape, but it's like I had some, and a kid wanted some, so I gave him some. But then he just like chewed it and swallowed it, and he wanted more, and he got upset when I didn't want to give him more. That's like, yeah. But it's like I
Lame
can
way to
picture
eat.
being there. Yeah.
I have
didn't know.
I
He
have
was,
put
like, younger
all
than
of
I was
one
when I
bubble
was a
tape
kid.
into my mouth at once.
Oh yeah.
Did you become bubble tape?
No.
Did you poop bubble tape?
No, because you don't
You
swallow.
didn't just poop on in one.
No, you're not.
Oh my god, so stretchy. 'Cause your body doesn't digest it theoretically.
This is horrifying. Yeah, exactly.
Gil, no, I'm
From
not
your
real life
mouth
Oresta
through your
because
stomach?
nobody wants me to step on them.
Oh.
You haven't met some of my family. I wasn't sure how to end that sentence. Sorry. What?
Are you saying that you have members of your family who wants me to step on them?
That is
Are there people I need to call?
Is what I'm implying. And also, Only if you want to.
Because I have met several members of your family before.
Now it's time to guess.
And some of them are quite lovely, and others I have not met.
You sure
Correct,
did,
yes.
Peace Clarticus.
You came in at the
Welcome.
right time. Hello.
Should we get down to business?
down to business.
Well, a couple of things that we can do right away. First and foremost, just because we've been teasing it an awful lot, I don't need to. You're here to rebel. Are you Jin Urso?
Nice.
I am. I'm happy to be the one to be able to say this, but tomorrow we start sanctioning characters for Disconcordia. That's happening. The link to the server will go live. And
Right now, you can go to our regular old Discord.
yeah, right now you can go to our regular old Discord, but it will go live, and then you'll be able to play once you have your character sanctioned. That's a mass 24/7 Changeling the Dreaming game, which anyone can join, so long as you can have a look at our disclaimers and agree to our simple rules.
Well, and there's an oath to swear at the
There's
beginning
an
of
oath
the
to
player
swear.
guide as well,
Yeah.
as
Pretty
well,
cool.
which is very nice.
This is our regular Discord.
Uh,
You can find details about Disconcordia in there.
Thank you.
sanctioning will begin
To me.
10 a.m.
Oh,
Eastern
shit.
time.
Waking up early. No, I'm just kidding.
Sleeping in more like.
Sleeping in more like
I'm sleep. That for me, that's sleeping in.
vacation.
But 10 a.m. is when I think. Or should we make it earlier? Later?
No.
Good lord, no.
Yeah. So 10 a.m. That's when the game starts, and it'll last for at least a few months while we figure out whether we want to keep doing it. Consider it like our first season.
Yeah.
But otherwise, got our 3 players here coming off a rather intense session last time around. I'm hoping that all of you are feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering whether any of you have any experience that you want to spend. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Good job, team.
I spent a major milestone and acquired Finesse 4.
I also spent a major milestone, and I acquired Fortitude 4.
I also spent a major milestone, and I acquired Force 4.
No conversation happened between us before this happened. I know. Wild, right?
Well, you know,
It's pretty good.
that puts your attributes at what now?
344.
434.
443. Yes.
Dice, they feel good. They feel good to roll, you know? That's how I that's how
More
I feel
dice
about
feels
this.
more good.
Yeah, that well, it certainly was Exalted 3rd Edition concept, right?
Feels good, man.
Well, then I hope
I never rolled.
you said that you didn't have any conversation beforehand. I appreciate that. I like the fact that you managed to come up with these on your own. Did you discuss what your recap was going to look like? Each of you gets 1 sentence to sum up what happened last session. Good luck.
I'm first.
You implied that you were.
I can go first.
I can go first. You're dealing with the anyway. Gale set about introducing the gateway counter strategy to her introduced strategy to undermine Viera, and Ciantel contacted SLC.
Brevin, in the guise of Vieren, brought forth to the town square an anathema, Leanne, and then asked Pyres to execute her. He did.
I'll get to who that is. No, I'm going to press the button.
Check. While Kate is checking. Hello. This is. I just moved this thing, so maybe that's better now. Hello.
In response to this, everyone felt their feelings, expressed their feelings. Oresta went home and then invited everyone to come stay with her through her dad.
Nice.
Do you need me to redo my recap, or did you hear me well enough, folkies? Gale's undermining her own strategy to destroy Vieren's reputation, and Ciantel reached out to SLC. There you go.
Bam. Pretty good? Feel like we
And
covered.
meanwhile,
most of the
people
basics.
died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
other
meanwhile,
Other people?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Well,
I
presumably in creation,
You
yes.
know what? Every minute X people die in the world, or however that works. Yeah. Or every X minutes,
Damn.
whatever. I don't know. There's a billion people. There's a lot of people being born, and a lot of people getting old.
Well, not everyone's getting their head cut off. By Pyres.
In fact, very few, really.
Very well. Then it looks like we're almost ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something we do first.
Yeah, something very important that we do first is we talk safety. Safety is number one priority here on RPG Clinic. We, the players around the table, have these safety cards for our safety and enjoyment. You don't in the chat, but you do have options. I'm going to come to those real soon. This green card, the play card, represents it allows a player to flash this if they are feeling good to go, even if they may not appear so otherwise. The yellow card is a pause. Hey, I need to make the table aware of something, but then we can resume playing. And the red card is a stop card. I have approached or exceeded my limit. We need to stop play. We'll probably go to a BRB screen if one of these gets flashed. And then when the player who flashed it, along with everybody else, feels comfortable and ready to continue, the game can continue, is back on. Naturally, using these cards doesn't make anyone a bad person. They're for safety, not for judgment. As I said before, y'all in the chat don't have these safety tools at your disposal, but you do have options for your own safety and well-being. You can message moderators if we have moderators in the chat. You can also whisper at RPGClinic to send a message to John if you need to. And while we do want to respect people's comfort levels and so on, the other option that is always available to you is to leave the chat. We don't want you to, naturally, but like I said already many times, your safety and comfort is paramount. So think on that, if you will.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good.
Safety.
Beyond that, is there any questions before we start?
I don't think so.
No, we were on our way to Oresta's home. I don't think we had necessarily arrived yet, but I just want to always establish where I am before you're like, you wake up in the ocean. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe you do. Maybe
Well,
not.
that's actually a good point.
How much navigate does Pyres have?
2.
Enough. Okay, so his horse doesn't just like go wherever it wants. Okay.
Okay, well, this blue stuff is definitely land.
Yeah.
What?
Arrested development.
Sploosh. Land. Land goes sploosh.
Okay. You ever have a fight and you just know that at some point you're going to have to apologize? Sometimes you're apologizing because you know that you've done wrong. But you need somebody to understand that you have done wrong, what you did, what you'll do in the future to make sure that you don't do that wrong again, to acknowledge their hurt and their pain. So that's a proper apology. That's an apology that we can accept. And sometimes you're going to apologize because you think that it's the fastest way for you to be able to mend bridges. That you don't necessarily want to admit culpability, and at the same time you have to let somebody know that you indeed feel sorry, but whether you feel sorry to the degree that they want you to, or these are other kinds of apologies. These are apologies that are less worthwhile. And yet, much in the same way that people lie, they give their little white lies in order to keep society functioning properly, there are little white apologies. I don't think that's where we're at. I don't think an apology is the kind of thing that smooths over an event like what had just occurred. It takes time. But more than time, it actually takes a sincere effort. And it could involve some people reevaluating their priorities. Whether those priorities are your outlook on creation, or whether those priorities are more your outlook on your own hearth, your own friends. That's up to you to decide. What's up to me to decide is, just how many pancakes he'll get served in the morning when you arrive at Oresta's family's not nearly as palatial estate. Now, for people who may need to remember, Oresta is in fact not the daughter of Princes of the Earth. She was born to two dynasts, patricians, but they are not exalted, and did not carry the same amount of pull or the same amount of wealth as one of the exalted. Still extraordinarily wealthy compared to most in creation, but when you get up there, it starts becoming a order of magnitude, a level of degrees. And so as you enter, I will remind you that this is not the palatial estates that Pyres' family has. Kiri and Dewan enjoy a huge amount of luxury. Whereas Oresta's parents, who are... I want to pick up your pencils because I'm about to give you a name.
That's important.
You've already seen your father, Ren.
W-R?
No,
Yeah, okay.
just R-E-N.
Nice.
And your mother, who is Aliyah, A-L-E... No. A-L-Y-E-A.
Nice. It's a great name. Strong name.
You think that I use dynasts and patricians wrong? We can go over it in Discord sometime?
Let's go over it in Discord.
Fuck. It's...
Okay, Oresta's parents, let's forget specific terminology. Oresta's parents were the children of Princes of the Earth.
Yeah.
They were thus presumed that they would
piece of shit.
probably exalt, but
Right.
they never did. So each of them had this shared life experience, which was part of what had their respective families put them together, because they were still important, children of important people.
Yeah.
The marriage was still useful to tie the families together a little. My father is a good scholarly folk, so he had useful skills. Mother was a soldier, and an accomplished
expect,
one at that, considering she was only a mere mortal. So both houses gained something out of it. And then it was a surprise when Oresta exalted, since her parents hadn't.
Yeah, because it's obviously not impossible,
Yeah.
obviously, but it's more unexpected.
So, okay. The question is whether is the term patrician.
know.
Anyway, patricians are below houses, but since your family is part of a house, they are dynasts.
Great.
Cool.
So you are not, in fact,
A patrician.
patrician.
I'm a dynamic.
I forgot the patrician was actually a game term. I was using it in terms of like the English word patrician.
I was thinking, like Romans or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's when you use the word liberal in Canada, they're like, the party?
Capital or little.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bukajutsu. Exactly. Aliyah.
Oh.
L-Y-E-A. Thank you.
As your horses gallop trot. At this point, you're not like galloping.
Mine's galloping.
As your horses trot into the area in which your parents live, where your parents had, a building for each resident, and a building for each subsection of servant that they had, and your parents' palace is less so.
Yeah.
We're talking 2 or 3 buildings with a central courtyard, and that's about it. Stables, it's still well appointed. Still, many people live here. Your parents are in what business?
So my mother was a soldier, quite an accomplished one, probably still is. I talk like she's retired, she isn't. And my father was a scholar, a bookkeeper, or something like that.
So when you say that your mother is a soldier, you more mean that your mother is an officer.
Officer, commander,
Okay.
but of mortals,
Reminder
as
to
opposed
switch
to
the
a
names back.
fang.
It's just
Right.
so many
Blood.
fucking things.
God damn.
we're starting a brand new adventure in ExalTwitch Academy Season 2. So now is the perfect place to jump in. Here's what happened in Season 1.
In their 5th year at the House of Bells, the realm's military academy for Dragon-Blooded Exalted, the PCs were shuffled.
Oh boy.
Oh,
What a party.
wow. What was that?
Folks.
Press the wrong button.
Look, sometimes it's good to have a little season 1 recap. Okay?
Yeah, in case you didn't know who any of these people were talking about were.
We may have viewers in the chat who don't know.
Yeah.
What just happened? I accidentally started playing the season 1 recap.
Like you
Traveled
were a
back in
refresher?
time.
Because I pushed the button to back out on the stream deck and it's directly under, and I guess my finger grazed it. I don't know. Apparently I can't do anything right today. So why don't we just let these people play and we'll move on.
We're gonna play.
As you enter into the area, please don't.
Okay.
As we enter into the area that your parents control, your horses know where to go because they're being provided by this family themselves. They immediately head and try to drop you off in front of the main house, the main building. And as you get off, they also know to head immediately towards the stables. Now, the time of day we need to make sure that we establish here, because this execution has happened and then you made essentially dinner for everybody. So we're kind of in like late evening, but not night. However, there's no one to greet you on the outside. Incidentally, including Oresta, unless you decide to go out to greet them.
Nope.
Nah.
I'm curled up on the chaise lounge with a book.
I'm kind of gonna, dismount and look around. Are we sure we're in the right place?
They seem to know where to go. Gesturing to the horses.
All right. No time like the present. You ready to meet some parents? Sorry, too soon?
I wish we'd met them under better circumstances. I was really looking forward to meeting them one day.
Today's the day. And I'm going to head on up and knock the knocker or whatever. Clang the bell. I don't know, whatever there is.
Ding, 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 goes Troy.
Yes, the saucy wood aspect romance.
Ooh.
All right. Because that's all Oresta reads now.
Into the wood.
Into the woods, down the woods. Yeah, after.
The door opens up and you see a quite an elderly man who's standing there. He's leaning on a cane, but he still has a very proud bearing, his shoulders thrown back as much as they can be. And even though he walks a little bit hunched, his head held up with his chin up high. And he bows, and there is, for a brief instant, no note of any infirmity as he manages to complete, but then he has to plant his stick into the ground to push himself back up. You'll forgive me that I cannot give you the greeting that you would be accustomed to. Please, your friend is inside.
We appreciate the hospitality. Thank you for being here.
We offer everything, knowing that it is nothing. And he gestures inside.
I'm very at home, so to speak. And just I'm not gonna breeze past, but you know what I mean. I'll
Kick
step
your
inside.
kick
my shoes off, yeah.
shoes. I meant
Blood-soaked
your
shoes.
muddy. Well, I don't know.
Oh my god.
You did cut someone's head off.
I didn't wash them either, so.
Oh.
You have enough appearance. The blood avoided you.
Looks great, actually.
There's a shelf on one side with various different trophies, medals that your compatriot's mother has won over the years, and she stores them here. There's a few people still moving around at this time. Some of them are getting your rooms ready, clear because they're carrying things like blankets and hot coals to shove into the various braziers in and around rooms. Somebody has decided that it's really important to get another dinner ready because nobody actually made it clear whether or not you'd eaten. And then the man who greeted you says, "Upstairs on the 2nd floor."
Thank you very much.
There. And points at one of the rooms just off, because there's a grand staircase that leads up to balconies that surround.
I fear we've disturbed your household at night. Thank you again.
There is nothing here that we would not give you. It is our honor to serve.
We'll go before we wake the rest of the household.
There is no one asleep tonight.
Oh, not even.
Except the lion. A wimble. A wimble.
I'm sorry, I'm not
It's a
familiar with it.
household
Oh my
of,
god, no!
Vampires or something.
Yeah.
That would be great. What a twist!
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that song. Where is that from? So, yeah, I'll
Never even seen a lion in a jungle. They don't live there.
Yeah.
step over
that's why
his
it's worth
body
writing a
and
song about.
yeah, exactly. I'll step over his body and head up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Flavian and
Flavian and
Siantel kind of keep looking around. Siantel doesn't seem to be at ease here.
Okay.
Flavian, however, is just like, "Oh, it's very nice. I'm Ladal."
Did she like announce it? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm
great.
Ladal.
Yeah. Oh.
But actually, this kind of like oddball, off-putting thing is very Ladal, so it's like actually perfect. Somehow it works. Gale's gonna fall back until she's climbing the stairs next to Siantel, just to like show support for whatever she's going through.
There's a lot of love in this house.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense of that too.
Weird.
Very weird.
As a reminder to people out there, if you are a Prince of the Earth, your parents most likely didn't actually have that much of a hand in raising you day to day. That was passed on mostly to mentors, nannies, teachers, sifus, senseis, any number of people who would be responsible for your upbringing morally, religiously, martially.
Yeah.
It's not that your parents don't necessarily care, but it's that they have their own shit to deal with. And in fact, they have duties that they must attend to, and their parents didn't really care about them that much. But some people had parents who didn't have said responsibilities. So,
Perhaps in reaction to having been brought up that way, chose a different path.
when you get to the room and it opens, you see that Oresta is curled up on a chaise lounge.
Seeing them arrive and show up, I'm gonna quickly take a bookmark and slide it into the book and set the book aside. Hi.
Hi. I thought they were going to be showing us to our room. We didn't mean to.
My father just sort of decided that he was inviting you all to stay here, and as nice as the inn was, it only had 2 beds, so I thought folks might be happier to have whatever quantity of beds they chose. So I didn't stop him.
The door that's not the main door, but a side door, which servants use, opens, and you don't, because you're standing off to the side, the same old man who you now know is Veej.
That's a good name.
Veej.
You spent too much time working in French and spelling things in French, I think. It's betraying your spelling.
Is it safe to call him a butler?
Yes.
I
I
buttle, sir.
Thank you.
I need to know more about what your friends are into so that I may prepare their rooms correctly. Blood-soaked epics.
I'm just gonna give my friends like a little 1 second and a wink and shuffle over to the door. And grab a couple of titles off the shelf and hand them to him.
Is there anything else that I need to know of? Any peculiarities?
Two may choose to bunk together. That's up to them. Otherwise,
Hot.
What was that?
Beach.
Hot. Oh shit, I've left the stream on.
yes,
another
I've.
Oh, Requiem, I was just going to say, we can have any quantity of bed. Perfect, I'll take 2. One for me and the other for
my
me.
hat.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
for my hat. Very good. Very good.
Otherwise, I know you've done an excellent job and will continue to do so.
The pittance that we can offer such glorious exalted is embarrassing.
You should have seen where we were staying before.
I shall have it set fire. On fire.
Yeah.
I accidentally the whole bottle.
I noticed you weren't expecting guests.
Classic beach.
Beach out.
Inform me as to which inn managed to disgrace itself, and I will have it
Oh, that's
purchased
no
and
need.
destroyed.
No need. No need.
On beach, Jesus.
Thank you, Veej.
You are merciful and kind.
I assume Mother is out on campaign?
Your mother is currently crossing, if I have my geography correct, somewhere close to Chiaroscuro.
I'll have to leave her a letter. Thank you.
Assuming that you wish, I will provide you with paper, quills,
In my room.
someone
please.
else to write it down
I
for
can
you.
write. Thank you.
An envelope,
Thank you.
my own saliva to
Thank
seal it.
you. Good night. And I'm going to start closing the door.
And he provides just enough resistance so that the door is closing a little slowly. Will you be requiring extra mirrors to gaze upon your countenance?
Well, that actually sounds... No.
Oh, I've noted the offer and we'll pass it along.
Oh, boy.
Sorry about that.
I have to apologize? Is everything okay? Because, like, we can go, or I
I
can go.
mean, you
If everything was okay, we'd still be back at the inn.
to come, I guess. Like, I assume they didn't force you to? Because you don't have to stay here if you don't want.
No, it's not like that. I just meant more that, like, if you wanted to not be, like, near us
I-
right now.
Can overrule my parents.
Yep. I get that.
I have that authority. So no. You're welcome to stay here. I know we had food back there, but I'm sure there's more food being prepared if you're hungry. The
Flavian's ears
I was
just
about to
kind
say.
of like wiggle a little
the
bit.
dining room is back downstairs. It's big doors through the center.
I'm going to have to make sure that there aren't any traps outside in the dining hall. It's for your own safety. And she turns around
You need to
opens the
sample
door.
everything for poison.
Of course, for poison, yeah.
and heads downstairs.
I thought the Exalted were naturally... Never mind.
That's why she'll be like, "Oh, this tastes weird. It must be poison."
Right,
and
right.
save, you
Good
know,
to
the
say.
servants. So, yeah, you don't have to stay and chat if you don't want to.
Well, I mean, I want to.
We got to figure out what's next.
Yeah.
Is it safe to talk?
Yes.
Ciantel has tried to make contact with House Excelsi.
And
What?
It's going to take them some time. I left them a message if they get it, and it depends on how close somebody is.
What are you... You gonna give them intel or something?
we need to play all our angles.
We need to see what they're planning.
We know that there are a number of factions that are working together. And we know that there's some kind of civil war brewing, and we need to know what SLC's stake in it is.
And we're not concerned that that one letter said that they were coming for us, and they probably know you're traveling with us. Do you know what I mean?
Pyres,
What? Sorry.
whenever you say, "Are we not worried about blank?" I can guarantee you I am worrying about blank.
So am I.
So,
Just in case that's
yes,
not clear.
it is a very real threat and a very real concern, but it is also a card we have to play.
Yes.
You don't seem like the type to play it safe, Pyres.
That's true.
They might not know, well, hopefully they don't know what Siantel has told us. If they think that she's still secretly working against us, then maybe they'll confide in her.
So, we have your angle working. Thank you. We have the gateway angle working. Thank you. We are trying to work the Viren angle.
There's no trying about it. We're going to put him on trial publicly.
For what?
Well, for dishonoring his house, putting his own ambition above
By
his house.
finding an anathema and having it successfully conquered in front of everyone?
No. That was good for him to do. Publicly, I mean.
So how do we until now he had no proof of anything.
I wonder if we can frame it so that it's clear that what he's doing is for himself and for his own gain. I understand that we are... I understand the Princes of the Earth have a bit of a reputation for wanting to for all being on the lookout for themselves, and only themselves, even if there's this whole 10,000 dragons fight as one. Siantel? Oh, I see. It's going to be one of those.
The greater good.
The greater good. But I don't think...
Shut it.
I think it would go a long way to harming his reputation if people knew what he was really up to,
Which is?
which is selling out House Cathak for the Regent and who knows who else. At least that's what I'm going to say.
We know that he left nothing to House Cathak in his will.
It's true. That's a good angle.
And why? And then here's where I come in, right? And why would you do that? Pyres is putting on a little bit of a show. Why would you do that, huh? What do you have to prove? Why? What are you getting into bed with House Tipet for? It's not good yet. I'll work on it.
The reason why Viren is still alive is so that we can take him down.
Yeah.
And it started. We know it started.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to be for that to spread?
Usually a new opening can take upwards of a few months, but we don't need it to travel far. We just need it to permeate the house.
Oh, it's going to travel far, all right. But it's going to travel far throughout the realm itself.
Good.
We want it to spread over the Blessed Isle, and then the solution to spread right afterwards. And you've already done that. That started. But we have to assume that the opening and its counter are going to saturate the city in the next few days.
And just because it's saturated the city doesn't mean that every single person has heard of it or understands it, so we need other methods to back it up.
But the chances... Oh, sorry.
Yep.
The chance is really good that at least one member of every family will be familiar with it.
Yeah.
In the next couple of days.
Yeah. It's just the blockheads.
We're stacking
me.
the jury.
There's also Zindel.
Yeah.
We don't know how far away she is at this point. Maybe she was traveling back when our letter reached her.
Yeah.
We don't know if she's received it yet, though.
We don't.
Well, she absolutely didn't. You sent it yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
That's fair, actually. In fact, earlier today.
Yes, actually, that is true. You sent
more
it
accurate.
earlier today.
We don't know how far away she is at this exact moment. We don't know.
Yeah.
when she reaches it, how quickly she'll be here.
So, tonight we sleep in a certain amount of comfort. And tomorrow, what's the game plan? How do we play today to our advantage tomorrow?
You're not going to like this.
Everything PCs want to hear.
I know that Juin is somewhere nearby. Because Bracken knows that she's somewhere nearby.
And how does that help us?
She's been watching. I don't know if she's been watching this city or if she's been sort of tailing us, but she might know something we don't. And I think it is in her best interest to see Viren's legacy destroyed, just like it's in ours. Whatever is beyond that, let's just not think about that right now. But right now, we seem to have a common purpose.
You see how she was in response to him?
Yes, she wanted to destroy him.
At all costs, regardless of reason, regardless of even Bracken's well-being. Are we sure that she isn't going to get like that again upon seeing his face?
We're not sure.
Are we willing to risk Brevin for that?
To be honest, I'm
to
not.
risk Leanne.
Yep. I'm not really feeling great towards Brevin right now, so that's how about I phrase it and don't tell her that Viren's still alive and out there, even though she probably already knows if she's been watching. But she might know something about who the actual Viren was meeting with, who he's been working with.
I mean, if you think you can safely meet her and not, just have us have to do what we just did all over again to her, sure.
I don't think we could if we tried.
Oh, there's 5 of us.
I mean, there were, 6 of them at the square?
Gale stays quiet, puts aside her Anathema combat maneuvers manual that she's been studying.
Very good.
I don't even know if she would meet me if I tried to find her, but I'm thinking of doing the old go out and call her name 3 times into the darkness and see if she shows up.
Are you doing this?
Yeah, Yay!
Yeah, the screen will...
Flavienne returns, by the way.
Oh.
She is carrying a plate which has been laden down with various carbohydrates.
Perfect. We were curious, if it was just breads or carbs in general were good for her. If it's various carbohydrates, that's all I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
We should get some sleep.
What can I do?
Do you know where we're staying?
Here.
No, but...
Your father has access that perhaps plays to our advantage. He is Cathach, yes?
Yes.
But is perhaps not as deeply involved as Kiri is.
Yes.
Which means that he can make inquiries that will not be as observed.
About?
Whatever we like.
Okay, so I'll have my dad ask some questions.
Daddy.
Pyres will talk to the masses. Gale will get information. I'll sit here.
If Gale's going to find you in, I think we should all go. Just in case.
Only if you want to.
I mean, that's just a suggestion.
I understand that. Look, I understand what I'm suggesting here. I'm not an idiot. I know how you feel, and you are completely within your rights to feel that way. I've gone to meet her before, Siantel was with me.
I don't think she's gonna kill you.
We were fine.
I just don't trust that she'll act anywhere but her own interests.
We don't know what those are.
They clearly aren't as towards Bracken as Bracken's are towards her. They aren't towards us when she's got someone she wants to end. So I guess just make sure that you don't end up as a lower priority than whatever else is going on. But I don't think the 5 of us traipsing out into the woods to meet a mystery person is gonna prevent that mystery person from being found.
You go into the woods.
No, I don't think we should go alone because she may not be the only enemy, potential enemy, whatever, right? There are others that don't have our best interests at heart, but I also don't think the 5 of us going out there is...
Well, we'll provide a bit of cover then. If you want to come with me and Flavienne tomorrow, we can try to see about riling people up against Viren.
Oh,
Let's sleep first.
it turns out that if you have 4 dinners, maybe it's not a good idea to stay awake for too much longer.
Come on, let's get you to bed.
Yeah?
Vij opens the servant's door. Everything has been set to ensure a lovely evening. Now, which bedroom will be blessed by 2?
God, that's the most awkward way of saying.
Oresta just like scratches her nose and like looks down at
I
the
look
book
at
that
and
she
I
has
look
set
at Flavienne and
aside.
go. Oh.
I look at Siantel to gauge her reaction.
There's a moment where Siantel just has this like, of course, please. I will show you to your chambers. You, of course, will be staying in your own room. We've aired it out for you.
Thank you.
It was the fart room before this stay.
Each of your rooms has been provided with the following. You have fresh coals in your brazier to keep the room warm. A very elaborate bed that has been stuffed with nothing but the finest Strix feathers.
Oh wow! Okay.
Not quite.
God damn.
You also have a small kettle which is brewing some maiden tea in each of your rooms.
Damn. Damn, Vij. You know,
Can I jump in real quick?
I should say
Yeah.
not kettle.
I should mention maiden tea is something specifically from the world of Exalted that acts as a contraceptive, if I'm not mistaken, in tea form, which honestly sounds pretty good.
Oh,
Honestly,
humanity
anyone
had
who
it.
shares the same room with Pyres should definitely
Yeah.
be drinking it on the regular.
Or I should be.
See, humans had it.
Yeah, you should be.
But we used it, and we didn't keep planting it, so we used it up. We literally had this, and humanity fucked it up by fucking too much.
Classic humanity.
Anyway, maiden tea.
It's the thing.
A window that looks out over the courtyard with gently wafting curtains.
Fancy.
But and finally a bell pull, which is accessible if you lean just a little too far out of bed, which will send someone running. Your room is filled with also things like your childhood toys, etchings of your parents and you,
That's so sweet.
some of your favorite books.
What's in my room? I'm
Pictures of your sister.
Mirrors.
Paintings of like landscapes.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
There probably is a notebook somewhere in Oresta's room that is full of Pyres is the worst. Like little drawings of him with like X's for eyes and stuff.
Maybe you find a Pyres voodoo doll like under your
Stealth
pillow or
And
something.
then there's like a page where you're just like Mrs. Oresta Pyres, and
Oh,
it's like
no.
scratched
Scratched
out.
out. Yeah. God damn.
So good.
I-
When was I playing Final Fantasy 14 online?
Yeah. What the?
the ones.
2008 apparently.
Boxing Day?
Boxing Day in 2018.
Yeah, that's Boxing
right?
Day. That's straight up Boxing Day 2018.
Incredible.
Before heading into the room, Gale would like to turn back and putter to Oresta's room and like knock lightly on the door.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that, well, I see now that we were both grieving different things today. I was grieving knowledge lost, and you were grieving a friend. And I behaved really unfairly to you.
I appreciate that. But I really don't want to be the commander anymore. We're supposed to be friends and equals.
It was a force of habit, I think. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Good night.
Good night.
Nice.
I've read that one. It's really good.
Gateway in the Raw.
I was just about to say.
Naked gateway in the road.
They picked up their flag. Sensually.
God. Oh, God.
Do you prefer it when the pieces are made of cold marble or hot onyx?
Wax? Oh, okay.
Fingers trailed along the rook. As they later would trail along. And fade to black.
Your vanguard's penetrating my defense.
Oh boy.
Damn, Oresta. It's just so many bugs.
When you get back to your room, Oresta, it is as you remembered it. But then for a moment afterwards, you hear a knock at your door. And it's your father. Do you have everything you need?
And more.
You didn't look happy.
Less complicated.
I suppose, but
I can only imagine how complicated things were for you when things didn't go according to plan, and things are complicated for me because they didn't go according to plan.
everything that happens to me that doesn't go according to plan means that I have something new to research. It's your mother who has to worry about things not going according to plan. She'll have missed you.
I'll leave her a message. I doubt trying to send a letter chasing after her to somewhere outside of Chiaroscuro, and then we'll just end up trailing her all the way home, and by the time it gets back here, she'll have left again, so...
You know that you've brought great honor to us here today.
You've given my friends a place to stay.
The opportunity to help you. That's something I will never forget. Good night, Oresta.
Good night.
And closes the door. When you get into your room, Siantel has placed the maiden tea cup to her lips, and she just is looking over her shoulder at you. And it is by sheer moonlight that you can tell that she's no longer wearing anything.
Is that how you normally drink tea?
When it's important. You okay?
Thank you.
I think no, but I mean, none of us are really right now. But we just keep going. And how are you? You did a big thing today.
I don't know if I want to think about that, but I can tell you this. If we always agreed on everything, the 5 of us, all the time, I'd be worried. Because we wouldn't be challenging each other. This is the way that we push to get better. This is why I've been getting better at Gateway. You think it's because I'm playing people who are worse than me?
Gale goes to like sit next to her and like lay her head on her shoulder. I wonder and worry sometimes that there's challenging each other and then there's irreconcilable differences. And I don't know where we stand right now.
We get to find out together. Isn't that enough?
For now it is, yeah.
Set up a board. You're not allowed to take your eyes off me.
It's a sexy game.
And if I win, what do I get?
What do you want?
We're about to find out.
You go first.
Don't look away. Pyres. Your room is exquisite in its cathacness.
Oh, yeah.
The house colors flying proudly.
Sports teams.
Sorry. The Cathak Cougar.
It's just like the big C.
Yeah, I was getting the big C. I like that.
Cocky.
Excuse me.
That's what the C
The
stands
Cathak Cockies?
They cook.
The Cathak Croosters.
Wait, what?
From your window, though, you can see the pavilion that you were at.
Hmm.
Kanan's
Mm.
pavilion. Knowing that your parents were there. Probably living it up in the lap of luxury.
They always know how to have a good time, no matter where they are. I do want to, just before I go to bed, I'm going to find some incense and just spend a moment, like, making a
You're making an offering?
Yeah,
To whom?
that's a good question. I don't have my 5 elemental dragons in front of me. I want to say
The 5
the
elemental.
thing that I would.
You're
the
like
thing that I-
travel pack normally.
Oh,
right?
F off. No, I just the one that starts with Aish, I think, is the fire dragon. Oh my god.
Hephaestus.
No,
Hessia?
Yeah, that sounds right. Someone's gonna jump in, I have no doubt.
3.
But the
Hessia.
1.
Ashish. I think it's
Hashish?
Ashish? What?
Hessia. I think it's an EH
Yeah, I
and
think-
SH at the end, but yeah.
Oh, that's nice, Requiem.
I'm finding it for you.
Thank you.
Ellie Spot, you are correct. This is the most difficult decision of Gale's entire life.
It's Hessish.
Do I throw
Okay,
the
with an A?
game to
Hessia.
have some sex?
Hessish, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much. See-ish.
it's an ish.
Look, it's Pyres.
With a get.
This is like the least. Never mind.
But look, pecs.
I think
Pecs
those
and-
But look,
very large
pecs.
breasts, actually, Elizabeth. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not-
possible.
There are pecs under breasts.
That's
Pecs,
true.
yes.
I didn't mean.
Sorry.
Never mind.
They're known as breasts
Still think it's Pyres.
or brecks. Check out these brecks.
Yeah. At any rate, I guess I'm just making an offering, for what happened today, and I'm gonna take a few moments to just think back on all the time I spent with, Leanne, and all that she had done for us. Yeah.
So are you making this an offering to Hessish or to...
Yeah, I would. Because the thing is, I mean, I wouldn't know, Maiden of Secrets or whatever. I don't think I would.
That sounds like something I'd say.
It really does.
I really didn't give a fuck.
I'm not sure if I can necessarily assume, that she's a chosen of whatever.
Fair.
So, in that sense, then the offering will be to speed her way. Now that she's reached the peak of her existence as a, Prince of the Earth. Oh, no, I guess not, actually. Whoops. As she's done something else. Cheers! Cheers. Happy birthday. To you. Yeah, I'm going to spend some time reflecting on the time that we had together at the House of Bells.
All right, well, we'll see what kind of dreams you get to have. Anyone else have anything before they go to bed?
I'm going to pray to a sex god.
Gale does not throw the game.
Cool, let's find out if you win.
Yeah.
But whenever she detects that Siantel is about to make a move that's maybe like less great, she kind of goes. She kind of clears her throat, which is the closest she can get to like handing the game to her.
All right, that will be a.
Oh, okay,
I'm going to say that this is a finesse war roll, but I am going to take away 2 dice.
Great. Fair.
Because of the penalties that you've been imposed.
Hashtag distractions. Yeah, absolutely.
Two successes.
I can't believe I won.
Me neither.
Success.
Yes.
Me neither.
Is Gale angry or turned on?
We'll never know.
Honestly, why not?
So she leans forward and she starts whispering some things that you've not done, and some things that you can tell she's a little bit nervous to tell you, but the way that her breath catches when she mentions it, it's clear that there's just an escape that she's desiring, a giving in.
Yeah. Gale's gonna like listen and respond with some ideas of her own.
I'm just glad I was like, yeah, well, Gale's just gonna like be like, that's nice, go to bed.
Curl up in bed.
Leave the room. Yeah, exactly.
You can have the floor.
Oh.
Oh, God. And we'll gladly take this opportunity to escalate the situation and focus on what's right in front of her, so she doesn't have to think about today.
The coals grow dim. It's time for sleep. And the light in the room gets gradually like darker and darker until it's very nice and quiet, peaceful. Pyres. Your incense gives the room a certain ambiance. And 2 hours after you fall asleep, you can feel warm hands clasping your own.
I'm gonna slowly sit up in bed and look.
As your eyes open up, all you can see is a single golden circle.
That's emptied in the middle. Yeah, it's like
Not a disc.
not a disc.
Circle.
Got it.
What did you end up?
A disc or a circle. Yeah.
Was it golden?
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
So not a disc, but a circle.
Correct.
So the thing you're looking at. Right?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
gotcha. Thank you.
Hi.
The hold on your wrists it's loose enough that you're not like being seized, but it's definitely there, and your wrists are together as your hands are being held. Tell me how it felt.
You'll have to be more specific.
Was it justice? righteousness? Pleasure? When you took her life, which was it? When you took the life of someone younger than you, seeking answers, was it righteousness, justice, or pleasure?
You've known me to lie before. I'm not lying to you now. It was not pleasure. I did not do this willingly. This is something I had to do.
Who forced your hand?
Circumstance.
I can't execute circumstance, Pyres.
We
Who
have
forced your hand?
We have a plan. Do you want to hear it? Or do you want to kill me?
I want to understand why Leanne is dead.
I know.
I want to understand. And you haven't given me an answer yet.
I'm not going to give you an answer you'll like. I'm delaying. I'm sorry.
I can respect that.
I'll tell you all I know. Okay?
I'll let you go. I'll let you sit up. We can keep having this conversation quietly. No one else needs to know. No one else needs to come here. Because if that door opens, and I don't like what I see, I'm afraid it may be either of you who pays the price.
It's at least one of my Hearth mates who really, really wants to talk to you, you know?
I imagine it's possible that she'll get her turn.
Okay. That's fine. We can do that. And I show that I don't have my weapons. And sit up in bed. Excuse me. So,
Why is she dead? Why did you let the axe fall?
we have to undo something. And all I know... Sorry. Ooh. Technical. You killed a man at the House of Bells.
Yes, I did.
That was righteous and just. He deserved
And
to die.
pleasurable.
All right. Fine. Probably would have been for me too. His legacy needs to be wiped off the face of creation. Would you agree?
No. His legacy needs to change to what it is. The truth must be known across creation. I don't want anyone to forget his name, or what he did, and why.
I see. That's what we are working towards. That is why I had to kill her. I couldn't afford to let our plan go to hell over something that I don't understand. If I knew anything about her, if I knew anything about that symbol on her forehead, if I knew any of it, it might have made a difference. It's not a rebuke. Please don't believe that. I don't mean anything by it. We're operating on limited knowledge here. Juin.
I see. Sorry, what were you?
I was just gonna say, can I call you Juin? Is that the name you prefer?
It's my name.
All right.
So, you're operating under limited knowledge, and anything you don't understand, you kill.
If it poses a threat to the plans that we have as a Hearth, perhaps so.
What threat?
She threatened. Saving her would have destroyed our chances at undoing Vierin's legacy, smearing his name. You have to trust me when I say this. It was one or the other in that moment. I chose.
You chose to kill Leanne instead of Brevin. Wait here. If I so much as hear a whisper out of your mouth, or if I hear a footstep outside this door, or even the creak of the rope next to your bed, the person I see next will not survive. And you'll have killed 2 people today. Do you understand?
If you're going to kill Brevin right now,
No.
good. Then you can hold me responsible for my actions.
When she moves through your room, something that you hear rather than see, it makes only the sounds she wants it to make. And then out your window. And then
Oh boy.
Oresta. Same thing, hands,
Really bad. Sorry.
It's okay.
disc, or circle.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Someone else entirely? Like, oh. No.
You're strong. I've no doubt that I wouldn't be able to hold you here.
Gale wanted to go see you, so it's great that you came to us.
I'm here to find out whether Pyres is a murderer or an idiot.
I suppose it depends how you define murderer.
Why did Leanne die today?
Because we didn't stop it. We all had an opportunity. We theoretically could have stopped it, and none of us felt that the consequences outweighed watching and, in Pyres' case, causing the death of our classmate. Since you are holding my wrists, you may notice this bracelet. I don't know how well you knew her, but I gave this bracelet to her as a sign of friendship, as a token of protection. She was supposed to give it back to me to prove that she was going to still be alive. This wasn't the way she was supposed to give it back to me. I didn't stop because I thought Viren was cool. I didn't stop because I hated her. I didn't stop as some sort of attack against you. I just stopped because there was no winning move. And I suppose even Gale, in all her tactical genius, wasn't able to figure out a winning move either.
So,
You've come into my home
yes,
uninvited.
yes. No one has been hurt.
And will it stay that way?
You have my word that no one of your family will be harmed tonight.
And of my hearth?
I think we both know that depends on the answers they give me. Pyres is still alive.
After today's discovery, I can only imagine that the city is on high alert for others.
That's true.
I'd rather not send you into blazing.
That's also true.
I do
Always
not
respected you.
wish to live my life at your whim.
You won't.
Then assure me that my hearthmates will not be harmed this night.
You hear extremely quiet laughter, as if you've inadvertently made a joke that she understands. By this night, your hearth will not be harmed this night.
Great. So, I assume that you still dislike Viren?
Sorry.
Bjorn's dead.
And yet his legacy came out as a hero. And now, today, he's theoretically accomplished another great success. If you will leave us to our devices, we will attempt to unmake that. If you are here to assist, we would appreciate it.
I understand.
Why are you here?
Because I want to know why my student is dead.
Why didn't you interrupt?
A fair question.
You have more power than us.
No, I don't.
Surprised you to say that.
I don't get to sleep in these beds. And the disc starts to back away.
Are you going to Gale, or should I, at least give her some coordinates of somewhere you could she could find you? Because she's gonna find you.
I will find her.
Maybe knock.
We'll see.
No, but seriously.
And then she leaves via your window. Insert Flivia in here.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Did you bring
Water stuff. Quartermaster, do you have any bread for me? I want to put my hand on the wall, and hopefully Oresta's doing the same, but probably isn't.
Aw, cute.
My room, why would you do that?
I mean, it could be, but why would I care about you?
That's
She sits up and she's like, and then Juin just puts a baguette in her mouth and goes,
I had the most wonderful dream last night. I dreamt that someone gave me a baguette in my sleep.
so sweet.
It's the dream, though.
That's the dream. Okay.
It's taken. John, we need to get to the grocery store before it closes. No reason.
the door opens.
Oh.
The door opens
Oh.
and then closes right away. You feel Siantel's arms around you tighten, and that's enough to wake you. And in your line of vision, you still see just the circle. It is Juin who is holding Siantel's wrists and pulling them close enough to wake you.
So I'm assuming Siantel is awake at this point. Too.
Yes. Congratulations. It's difficult to find love these days. She lets go.
I was speaking to Bracken today, whatever day it was. I was speaking to Bracken today.
technically it was yesterday.
Actually,
Oh, oh.
I was speaking to Bracken today. And that's Gale's way of kind of like affirming what she said without saying anything to it. She said you were nearby. I didn't realize you were this nearby, and I kind of like hold the blankets and stuff around my whole body.
Do you need to get dressed?
No. It's been a week. Did she let go of her arms?
Oh yeah, she let go
Good.
of Santel's arm.
Yep.
It was literally a enough to wake you, but in a way that you wouldn't kind of be like, duh!
Yeah.
Fair.
You know, the thing that I desperately want to do once in my acting career before I go.
One day.
That and a big no.
No.
No. Yeah.
I have a lot of things to ask you, but I imagine you have things to ask me too.
No, I think I want to hear your questions.
Who was Leanne? How long did you know about her? What could she do? How long was she like that? And also, how long have you been watching Mayan? Maybe you know something that we don't. We're trying to make a case to fully dismantle and besmirch Viren's legacy.
I came to Mayan because that's where Bracken was. Bracken came here because she thought you would arrive. I arrived here a few days before you did.
Did you see anything in that time?
I didn't know Leanne was here.
Neither did we.
Leanne is... I don't know.
What do you mean?
She isn't one of you.
No, I know.
But otherwise, I don't know.
But is she one of you?
No.
I've never seen that symbol, that glow before.
But I can tell you who she was. She was my student. She's someone I trusted, and someone I taught, and someone who tried several times to save your life.
I feel comfortable admitting it to you in a way that I don't want to admit it to anyone else, but I didn't like her. I knew she was keeping stuff from us, but if she had just confided in us, we could have helped her, and it was driving me crazy that she wouldn't say anything. It felt like she'd gotten in over her head in something and wasn't about to reach out for help. Did you see that too at the school? She was varying messages back and forth. She was helping Viren. She was swapping out
My brain
missives for other
clouds
missives.
when I think of her.
Really?
I cannot remember things that I wish I could.
Gale's gonna try to remember some of the stuff that she's just speaking from memory.
There are definitely things that you can remember.
Yeah.
But Gale prides herself, I think, on her memory.
Yeah, she does.
There's holes.
Oh.
It's holes that seem insignificant and therefore could not possibly be insignificant.
That's really weird.
I'm going to gather the rest of your Hearth mates now. It's time that I answered all of your questions.
I have many more.
Before, lady.
It's a lot of questions.
Go to Oresta's room. I'll give you a moment. And she seems oddly, apologetic when she glances back to Siontel and to you, and then she looks not embarrassed, like she's caught you doing something wrong, but ashamed.
Ashamed that she's not with her beloved right now.
Not quite.
Maybe.
That's what Gale chooses to believe.
She-
No, she doesn't care.
She leaves via the door, though.
Okay.
And then you hear a very gentle knocking on yours and yours. Where for yours, you just hear the same Oresta's room. No. And then a knock at your door.
I'm gonna make like 2 strides and have the door open and like my fist cocked back.
It's Juin, standing in the hallway, and she has laid her hands up and across her chest like this, as a sign of showing I have no weapons.
I'm like gesturing her into my room.
Your hearthmates are on their way.
I'll, like, keep the door open.
She moves and she sits down at your desk. I should point out that she is being very deliberate, and she is not looking around your room at things like, oh, what did you write here? Oh, what books do you have? As if she seems almost embarrassed that she's violating your privacy now that there's a bit of light into the room.
I've read that once.
I guess I stand with the doorway open till everyone gets in.
Do you show up?
Just catching another 40 winks. Yeah, for sure.
No, I mean, like, you could choose not to. You could be like, I'm going to sneak in and just, like, fucking stab her. Because
Yeah, that would be a move for sure.
that would be
I
a move.
think that Gale would never forgive me
I would.
if I tried
I would
to kill
fully
Juin right
try
now.
to kill you.
Oh, 3v2, right, guys? 4v2, I mean. Oh,
Whatever, you're the one who bought an ally.
yes! Let's go.
4v1.
Scott, maybe I could also buy an ally mid-session, buy a merit for myself.
Yeah, you
By
could.
ally Jew.
Yeah, 2 dot merit
Oh, yeah. There
equal to essence.
you go. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing my best to make sure I don't wake anybody else in the household, although I don't know. I don't have any illusions that, like, that servants aren't kind of aware that someone's moving through the house.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily abnormal.
Right, that's true.
Oresta gets a lot of nighttime visitors.
God damn.
Players gotta play.
Here's the thing about the rich.
Mm.
They operate at all hours. They don't care. Like, they don't have to wake up if they don't want to, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So they will be like, oh, it's 3 a.m. I have an idea. They'll get up. I would like ham.
It's a good idea.
Ponyo?
Ponyo wants ham!
Yes!
Oh.
I was just thinking that, Kate. Yay.
Just before you leave, though, Siantel, are we safe with this?
We're not safe anywhere, but right now our goals align. And so we take that rung to the next rung, and then we evaluate to see if our goals continue to align. And so we continue to climb.
Can you make me a promise?
What is it?
If things go south in there, escape. So much of our plan has been put into motion by you. You need to be able to see it through if no one else does.
Well, you have to promise to escape too. You just put something very big in motion yesterday.
It's a deal. We'll seal it.
That's pretty cute.
What did you think? We'd seal it with something else?
Yes. Is that so wrong?
Full of surprises.
Oh my.
Flavian, can I seal this with some bread or?
Flavian.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting now in Oresta's room, Juin sits down. Do you light any lights, by the way? Do you light a candle or?
Not until everyone's in the room. assuming everyone comes into the room.
Yes, and I'm clothed now.
Oh,
Very
and
exciting.
Santel?
Yes.
Olivia?
Siantel is very deliberately, though.
Yeah.
She is wearing a nightgown that is meant to be alluring.
Okay.
I'm not going to say like
It's
super
like a
provocative.
Nice one.
but
It's
it's
not
a
just
nice,
like a
yeah.
thick flannel. Like,
No. She's dressed for. She's clearly accustomed to dressing nice even at night.
Sensual bedtime.
Gotcha.
Not like a bustier or a teddy, but
Yeah.
like a nice robe that maybe doesn't have a lot underneath it.
Gale is distracted.
God damn it, Gale. Get
Right.
it together.
And Flavian as well.
Oh yeah, Flavienne,
Great.
however, is straight up dressed in like battle dress,
Nice.
and she has her tiger claws. with her.
Respect.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, major respect.
Bet yes.
Big respect. So then I'm gonna like pull the door closed and turn up a lamp. So
I believe you. I believe you when you tell me that Leanne had to die so that Viren could be taken down.
Well, if I had done my job correctly, I could have maybe bought us a few more days.
if we had foreseen the attack, we could have stopped it.
None of us stopped it.
You were there.
I could see, but I could not act. It's an unfortunate reality that you were in the same position that I was. Acting at that moment would have revealed me, and it would have destroyed some plans that perhaps were more important than any one person.
I told you our plans. What are yours?
I need to see my students and their names clean.
Then why here? There are hundreds of others.
I was following Bracken. Because I also need to make sure that she's safe. And she refuses to leave this damned island.
And your concern over Leanne, was it solely her as a student, or was it that she was different like you?
I know that Leanne is not a dragon.
And
She was not exalted by one of the 5.
does that add to your concern over her untimely end, compared to any other student?
She was my student and deserved to be protected. But I do not know what she was, and I find that there are uncomfortable gaps in my memory.
Can everyone do me a favor and just try to remember some moment that you may have had with Leanne? Not just something general, but like try to think specifically of what was said.
Everything that you remember in game, you remember.
Okay. Oh. It's not so good for me.
Anything else? Not so much.
Like I told
Yeah.
Liz, there are insignificant things that you can't remember, and that in and of itself is significant. Things like, I've mentioned when Flavienne eats bread, and you're like, ha! Classic Flavienne.
Yeah.
But there's elements about Leanne that you cannot remember. It's already starting to become difficult to remember what color her eyes were when they weren't, flaring green.
Yeah, sure.
Or just what she told you exactly when she encountered you between classes.
So, if we are in a similar situation and it is your life on the line, why should we be motivated to save you?
Because I think you have the same goal that I do.
And Leanne didn't.
I don't know what her goal was.
If your goal is to protect us,
It's all students.
all students. Well, that is one of our goals as well, of course. We're trying to clear our name.
What mission was more important than saving her? If your goal is to protect all students.
The goal is to protect as many students as I can.
You can't do that if you're dead.
And I can't do that if I've saved one. At the expense of every other.
Are there any others with you?
I think Bracken is with me.
You don't know.
I do not like to pretend that I can read minds, Brevin.
I'm Pyres.
Fuck!
I think
That's great.
Pyres
Keep it.
Pyres is gonna take it as like a how fucking dare you kind of situation.
Fuck it.
Legitimately though, I think Pyres is gonna be like, excuse me?
Pyres.
Okay.
I've seen Pyres, Brevin, wear more than one form.
What?
This isn't the first time since the House of Bells' fall that Cathak Pyres has entered this city.
That motherfucker. Sorry, and then I think Pyres is gonna raise his voice briefly and then try to.
If you raise your voice in a flash, Juin gets halfway to stopping you before she pulls herself forcibly back and then grabs the arms of the chair because she realizes that anything that looks like an attack on you.
Everybody else will lunge at him.
I feel like everyone
Oh, no,
jumped
maybe
at
Oresta
Pyres.
doesn't care.
There's like a fist that
Oh,
came
no.
up. There was like a stick that came out.
Yeah.
Gale smothers him in a pillow.
Sorry. Here I was thinking he had just done something really stupid once.
He's done stupid things multiple times, Pyres. This shouldn't come as a surprise.
Pyres does not want to look at Gale right now.
Hey, I'm telling you something.
I know, Gale, I know.
Acknowledge me. We should consider. I assumed that Leanne was a declared ally of yours, Juin. I assumed you knew everything about her and that the two of you were working together. If that is not the case, and it seems it is not, we need to be prepared that there were those who did know who she was and who will be out for vengeance.
Wonderful.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh, not necessarily
Yes.
students. Okay, just
Those
people.
those
I mean, maybe your
these,
class.
these big question marks.
She had a fang. She also might have had eyes of her type.
Others like her.
Do you know why?
I can't remember her.
Do you know why she was here?
Revan.
We hoped you would.
There were more than once she delivered a message from me. I felt like I could trust her, that she would not open messages, that she would deliver them quickly and swiftly, and now I'm not so sure. I knew that she wasn't one of the dragon-blooded. But only because I could see through some of the illusions that she used to pretend that she was. That's all. The people at the House of Bells who I knew not to be dragon-blooded were me, Bracken, Leanne, and whatever that thing is that wears Bracken's face.
You don't know. She claimed she was going to go out and spread the word of what really happened at the House of Bells, but
We haven't seen her since leaving.
I lost track of her. I decided to follow the one I wanted to.
Viren was convinced of an infiltration. You knew of 3.5 and a copy and a whatever the heck that is. Are you just stating the 3 because that's convenient, because that's what we know, or was there more of an infiltration? Were there others that were gone before the whole attack happened?
There are other Anathema on the Blessed Isle, I can almost guarantee that.
I would have to guess as such, but at the House of Bells, during your tenure, were there students who passed through?
Not that I know of. The only ones I know of are the ones that I just told you. But I can tell you that there is one other person who knew that I was not dragon-blooded.
Viren?
Caravel.
He's on his way here. To the city, not here.
Focus.
Seven Fingers knew who I was. Maybe Garavel, but I never was sure.
Seven Fingers spent many years well, he at least assisted with at least one wild hunt, he told us. But then again, he
Yes.
also did something involving... Look, I'm not sure how much we should be...
No.
Pyres immediately is like,
The only reason that I think he knows who I was is because he is the only faculty member, the only one, other than Bracken, who tried to be friends with me. It's too much of a coincidence.
No one else did? Why would
Colleagues.
they, I suppose?
But I was always dealing with the students. My quarters were not with the rest of the teachers or professors or staff. He sought me out. And I could never figure out why. That's why I assume that he knows.
If the person who died in the square today wasn't a student, was whatever she was, would you be here tonight?
I don't know. I don't know.
We need to know why Leanne was here. Did she come here to find us? Did she have a message for us? Or was she here on some other
Well, the
quest?
last person that saw her alive before us was Brevin.
She was carrying messages for Viren.
Was she?
At the House of Bells.
Oh, yeah. Right.
We need to find out what she was doing here
Yeah.
Where she was found.
and how she traveled here.
Anything that they know about how they captured her.
Exactly.
You know, we can ask under the guise of wanting to catch more or whatever.
Could be... Anyone could have turned her over
Yeah.
to Cathak Vieren.
But you'd have to be pretty strong to turn her over, would be my guess.
Her power was spent. At least it seemed like it was. It seemed like she wasn't able to free herself. I don't know how powerful she was.
I look pointedly at Juan.
She goes over to your bed
Yep.
and just...
Oh.
Yep. I'm gonna open the door a crack.
There is a midnight snack on a tray
Absolutely
with 5 little
incredible.
plates
Absolutely incredible.
and 5 glasses of wine.
Didn't eat enough.
Oresta, can I live here all the time?
Yes.
We're no longer adventuring, folks.
Everyone's
and a little
so
note
nice.
that says, "Enjoy your midnight party, Vij."
Take it in.
Oh my
Thank
god.
Click.
Vij is joining our party. I don't care what.
I may not have strength, but I have
Refreshments.
experience.
I could teach you a thing or two.
And I'm gonna hand the refreshments out to my hearth mates and not try to share. Fuck hospitality
Damn.
to someone who sneaks in.
Straight up trespasser.
If my food is shareable.
I mean, I'm not your boss.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, you're not
What,
a
what, are
commander
they, what
anymore.
are they, like buns?
Sure, you know what? That's what we'll say. They're buns.
Okay.
If I got a single bun, I will
No, you've got more than one bun.
extend my plate over.
She still bears.
At first,
Question,
it looks
actually.
like she's like, "I'm going to politely decline," but then she realizes that to do so would actually also be rude, and she graciously takes the bun. And then she and very politely she waits until everyone else has taken a bite before she does.
Does she have her dire lash
Ooh.
on her? Presumably not, because I feel like it's been lost. But okay, I'm just checking. I'm like
been around.
discreetly checking for
But that's a
weapons.
good question.
good
to ask,
question.
yeah.
It's been lashing your back for the past 45 minutes. You haven't felt it?
Ow!
Oh god. Sorry.
Ow!
I'm sorry. I owe all of you an apology. Because the lessons that I was trying to teach you are now ruined. For what good are lessons from someone you cannot trust?
You know, I would understand why you wouldn't want to trust us.
We learned plenty from Viren, despite him.
That's true. That's true. More like how not to be.
That is true. She had the dire lash during the Battle of the Bells. But you cannot see it.
Why did you behave the way that you did the last time we saw each other? When you killed Viren and there was nothing we could do to stop you. I've never seen you not willing to talk things through before, but you didn't want to hear anything we had to say. What happened?
He deserved more.
He
He
did.
deserved more than what I gave him.
He did. You made him a martyr.
You gave him an
And I
easy,
know
quick
you
death.
usually wouldn't have done that. It didn't track.
Do you know where Morale went?
Hmm?
Do you know where Morale went? Tracker of students.
Yes. I know where she went. I don't know if she's still there, but I know where she went.
She was pretty cut up when I saw her. Distressed, I mean, not.
Emotions. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah. God damn it. Where did she go after betraying us?
She's on the Great Coast Road.
She's traveling.
She's seeking answers.
What else is new? Because we're all seeking answers, you see. Yeah, you get it.
So the Great Coast Road,
Mm-hmm.
it basically goes all around the Isle.
Oh,
nice.
And it is repaired and maintained by a god.
Sweet.
Rody.
Roadie.
Clam.
Hello.
It's actually the Ancient of Stone Journeys.
Nice.
Oh, sounds nice, actually.
Way better.
Roadie.
While the Blessed Isle is one of the safest places in creation, the Great Coast Road is even safer than most of the surrounding isle.
Road trip.
Good place to be lost.
She's seeking me and others like me.
Well, that's not good.
Well,
She wishes
on
to
her
destroy me.
How can she get answers if she's destroying you?
She's not interested in answers.
Said she was seeking answers.
Well,
Not
There-
when it comes to me.
do you think everyone in this realm has answers worth listening to?
I believe the realm is the single greatest creation in creation.
we do have more in common than we thought. What? And I am the realm's greatest creation.
I've devoted the past few years of my life in an attempt to give you the best possible education, to make you the best possible commanders and military minds.
To build our sympathies towards those of your kind so that we stay our hand.
Did I ever try to reveal who I was? Did I ever try to teach you anything in regards to those in your texts that you refer to as...
A word that you don't like us using and I've been kind enough not to use in your presence.
It was driving me crazy, quite frankly, that you... No one would ever answer any of my questions in class, and you could have this entire time.
It was my duty to make you the best commanders I could, to train you to think and lead as best you could, because it is my belief that if you become enlightened enough, you will see past the lies that still prop this realm up, and you could attempt to bring it into a new day. But it would never have worked if I had tried to teach you about me. I need you to come to your own conclusions.
It's a bit risky. Entrusting your future, the future of the realm, to people like us to make our own decisions?
Pretty sure her existence is risky
That's
in
true.
and of itself.
Is not the glory of the realm worth the risk of one's life? And is not the minds of its children the ultimate goal that the realm can ascribe to?
Are there others that you know of like you? Or have you been among us for so long?
Go on, go on!
Ah!
Guys, that was super
Red
sus.
button.
Red sus.
I've been sliced in half.
Gold sus.
Avenge.
Avenge me.
I know that there are others, but I do not know who they are. Perhaps if I was given an opportunity to find them, I could, but
What kind of opportunity would that require?
Not having a goal as ambitious as saving all the students from the House of Bells, I imagine. Don't let me put words in your mouth, though. That's
Barring day-to-day risks, I mean, things happen. Hearts stop. The largest
That's a
threat.
Oresta's just like coloring in a color.
Yeah, she's
Holy
like
shit.
literally doodling. The largest threat currently posed to the students of the House of Bells is the fact that they are being called potentially traitors, potentially turned against the Immaculate Order, etc. So if that fate, if that dagger hanging over all of us could be safely disarmed, perhaps you'd be free.
then if you permit, I will do what it takes to undo the mistake I made at the House of Bells.
Please lay out exactly what you would propose to do.
Don't think that, I mean, maybe you can bring things back to life, but I would guess not.
I have not the gift of strategy that you do. But you need Vierne to be discredited. You need his story to turn to the light.
We need the original copy of his will.
We need the world to know that he lied, that he tried to kill innocent students.
Then I'll play whatever part you need me to play.
We need to know who he was talking to. We feel he was working with houses that are not Cathak. We feel he was brewing a civil war to his advantage so he could reap the benefits of it. Any information you can give us on that, anything you find out, would be invaluable. We need all the fodder we can get.
If information is all you need from me, then I'll do my best.
If you do come across the original will in your reconnaissance, any copy that I show could just be deemed a forgery.
All right. Then I wish you the best of luck with your plan.
How can we find you again?
That's a good question. I suppose I could always show up in your bedroom every night.
I don't think
It'd be better if
every
you didn't
night
do
would
that.
be
It's just, Gale says, like,
appropriate.
looking at Ciantel and turning crimson.
Oh, Crimson.
I get that you need to move freely, etc.
I've offered you anything that you need in order to take Viren down.
I hope one day soon we will have discredited him enough that we can publicly denounce him. And I hope that you are there at our side when we do that.
Is that what you want?
Does anyone know of... You say that the only other one who knows is Seven Fingers. He's on his way, but until he arrives, you are a professor of the House of Bells. You are one of the few people who could have known him more than just as a student. It was some professor who was there for what? A few weeks? You could have known him as a colleague. Perhaps that is of use.
I know how you can get a hold of me. And she raises her hand, and then her hand closes onto the dire lash that she was carrying.
Cool.
And she just lays it on Oresta's bed.
It's hot.
I know where this is. If you ever need to see me or contact me, coil it the other way. Candyman.
Well then,
Candyman.
Don't do it.
And that was already 3. That's 4 now.
as
It has to
you
be.
are...
No, it has to be all the way at once. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, now you made me screw it up. Now I can't do the 3. Ah! Anyway.
Are we, like, getting paid to promote the new film? Because I'd like a cut of that.
Yes, please.
Well then.
Are you sure you want to leave this with us?
I came into your room and I questioned you, and you gave me the only answer that was going to stay my hand. Had a good reason for her death.
We have...
It's time that I showed you the same respect.
We will always have reasons. And though we are young and strong-headed at times, if you have faith in your students, you should have faith in us.
I do.
Then until such time as the students of the House of Bells are safe, consider us allies.
Oh. One more thing. And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls something out and she looks at it and just here. It's an orichalcum strip.
Can I look at it, look up at her? Yeah, can I taste it? Look at it, look up at her, and just... Why are you giving us this? Can I read intention?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, buddy.
It's true, we had so many opportunities
Do any of you want to do a read intentions roll while we're here?
since we've spent all this
Oh,
time.
sure,
talking
why
to her.
not?
Yay.
I forget
I
how
had
to
done
read intentions this time around.
It depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I would. Well, I would like to.
It's an integrity roll.
Attribute and ability, basically.
Oh
Yeah.
dear. I I would like to find out intimacies that may have cropped up during this scene.
Intimacies, virtues,
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah, and then intentions. In this moment, she's handing me an.
So you want her intentions for the scene.
Yeah.
You want an intimacy.
Yeah.
I want to know her intentions for coming to us tonight.
Okay.
What did you use yours with?
Well, I chose fortitude because I've been
June's resolve
studying her throughout the evening.
is 0. So you have to succeed.
Come on, dice.
Success.
Lots.
One
Oh, you can buy
success.
things.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I should point out that somebody deliberately lowering their resolve to 0 is a pretty
Good sign.
dangerous maneuver.
Yeah.
Well, dangerous for them.
Because it means that like not only do you get to read intentions, but you also get to do other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's all
Botch.
let's all persuade her to fight for us, and then it'll be like we'll just keep stacking them forever.
Okay.
off my
Intentions
head.
for arriving here tonight
Yeah.
were twofold. The first was discover why Leanne died.
Sorry.
The second was evaluate whether or not you are my enemy. Her intentions in this particular moment in giving you the orichalcum is, I want you to understand that I am not evil.
Okay.
Here's this thing
Done.
that's like forsaken, that's like, used by evil things, and I'm not evil.
Intentions aren't always necessarily like
Smart.
That is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That is
oh,
A, smart, or B, like
Pyres
completely
would
opaque.
know. Wait.
Excuse me.
Sorry. That's
For you,
sorry,
an
that was
intimacy.
an easy.
Yeah.
That's
How
rude.
many? You got one success?
One success.
Okay. So you're going to get a major intimacy. Major intimacy. Okay. No, I'm not going to give you that one. I'll give you one that's more appropriate to the conversation.
Damn it.
The realm is stronger with me in it. It's a major intimacy.
Thank you.
Error, division by 0. Execute. Leanne.
Oh my god.
So you got extra successes.
Yeah.
How many extra successes?
I scored 5, so that's like
Your one
3 is
success is what I'm going to say that you needed in order to
Okay.
succeed. So you have 4 thresholds.
or above. Oh boy. Not your enemy.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
God, I love them.
What, the Daleks? They love you too.
Aw, so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, so many options.
As you think of them, just because I don't want to leave people here just with the pondering, take this and know that it's the most valuable thing that I own. Aside from... And then she looks at the dire lash for a second. That one day I will take back. This is yours. This is the metal known as orichalcum. And once upon a time, it was a symbol of law and order. Now it's something else entirely. I hope its meaning will change again. Best of luck. You always were the brightest.
Gale checks to see who she was looking at when she said that.
The brightest?
Not Flavienne and Siantel.
Oh.
Not again.
Well, I mean, she can't look at all five of you if you're sitting around.
Her eyes just like...
What a cool trick. Grows 2 extra eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she is, Anathema.
Wretched.
She
Yeah,
has
exactly.
eyes on the back of her head.
She has a big one. I would like to, if possible, strengthen her intimacies towards the students of the House of Bells. If it's already major, then I guess I can't.
Good for now, yeah.
If it's already major,
Okay.
but you can strengthen intimacies, for instance, towards you.
Then yes. I would like to strengthen her intimacies towards the 5 of us. From minor to major.
Okay.
For 2. And then for another 2, I would like to I don't know what her virtues are. Because if I instill a new intimacy, it has to be tied to a virtue.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps you would like to know what her virtues are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking of instilling as well. Potentially.
Yeah, but that's more successes than I have available.
Oh, I got success.
But it'll be temporary, so F it. It'll just be temporary. I'd like to instill an intimacy in her.
There's more than one intimacy that she has towards this group. Gilad, go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh,
Hatred.
an intimacy in her, which is that something along the lines of the allies that I know are more valuable than those that are like me. I want her to value like us and anyone else that she's actually like spoken to and made allegiances with.
I value my allies over my kind.
Yeah.
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 That's pretty good. I have to say. I'm hoping.
Oh, don't sob in Wiki. The thing is that she has more than one. She successfully strengthened another intimacy that involves them, but I don't know if she knows which one.
Nope.
Whether that's possible or not is a question that I choose to answer as yes.
Yeah.
She's a
It is a positive tie.
Good. Yeah.
But I'm not telling
good.
you what it is.
I fucking hate these snot-nosed
yes,
rats.
exactly. Hatred,
Plus
blind
1.
rage.
So if you want to know, just for what it's worth,
Yeah.
so here is the exact for Juin
You bet.
specifically, because we're talking about Juin. Talking about Juin. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm out of points.
Juin's known intimacies are: she has a major principle, the realm is stronger with me in it, which is already there, which means that good or someone has mentioned it, has done it in the past 30 seconds.
That's correct.
She has a minor tie to Bracken, which is romantic love. She has a major tie of Pyres, Gale, and Oresta, which is hope. She has a defining tie herself, disgust, which now is just a major tie.
Right.
Right. She has a minor devotion to the Immaculate Order. She has a minor loyalty to the realm. And she has a guardianship of the students at the House of Bells, which is major. Is marked as defining, but that no longer exists. So there's another intimacy that she has towards you other than hope, but What is it?
Yeah, I definitely would want to increase a positive tie. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah.
And then you have just instilled.
I value my allies over my kind.
Yeah, so...
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. All right, you're already on it.
John rephrased it so it sounded good. But
That's my job.
thanks, writer.
Can I, through, having respected her and, treated her respectfully as well, can I have weakened that intimacy of disgust in herself? I don't think I don't know how much action I took towards it, but okay.
I'm not going to say that you can do
That's
that.
fair. Okay.
You haven't done enough to do that.
I wasn't like, you're the best. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, in fact, I don't believe you've ever complimented her.
said she was good at
You,
whipping me, probably.
Unmuted me, right?
I
Excuse
unmuted you. What? What? Okay.
Look
So
at
then
me.
in that case, she's said that she's going to be able to do anything for us or find out what she needs to find out. Would it be worthwhile for me to use my successes to then persuade her to return as much intel on Viren as possible?
You've already asked her to do
We've
that.
done
She's
that,
already
right?
said that she will.
She said she would do recon.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna spend my extra successes on reading intentions for a major intimacy.
A major intimacy?
How's that?
I'm also going to ask, do you want to ask about her virtues?
Yes, sorry, yes. Major intimacy / virtue. Yeah, sure. I think that's
Yeah,
what it says
that's the
there.
I/V. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
One line.
Because I would love to know.
Juin's major virtue
Oh boy.
is compassion.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, if you engage your puppy eyes and flex your abs and say that Juin is worthy of love, then that might be another social role that you could make.
I
But
mean, that's a stunt bonus. Next time we meet, I will be glistening
Oh my.
in the sunshine
Jesus.
with oils. And I will be ready for this. Do not you worry.
I smell olives.
Pyres!
Roasted olives. Because you're a fire aspect.
Right, sure, roasty, right. Yeah.
She gets up,
Mm.
hands you the orichalcum, says what she says, heads towards the window.
So I've seen you just disappear from view before. Is that really something you can do? Or was it a trick my eyes were playing on me?
I am the night.
That's pretty
I
good.
get salute. Baseball.
I mean, that's
I
pretty
guess
good.
there's still a little patches of me.
And she goes to the window and slides out.
Oh.
Oh, I can do it, but I ain't your fucking puppet.
God damn it!
Oh!
Do a trick, do a trick.
We have to dissect her to learn all the magic tricks. But don't worry, don't write that down.
Gale's looking at Oresta and Pyres to see how they feel that interaction went.
Well, may as well make use of them while we can.
I don't think she intends us harm.
Nope. Doesn't mean she isn't gonna, find another Viren that has to die when it's really inconvenient to us or works exactly against our goals. Since she clearly wasn't apologetic about that in the slightest. So she's our ally until such time as all the students are safe. We're part of those students. Go us.
And we'll never be safe, so she'll be our ally forever.
Ah, technicality. I doubt that she deals in technicalities like that.
No, I don't think so either.
Only a Pelops deals in absolutes.
I mean, there's no Pelops here.
I asked generally whether she had been traveling with other students. I didn't probe too far though. I suppose that is true.
I also don't think she was lying when she listed all of the other exalts.
Yeah,
at
that's
the school
fair.
that she knew of.
That's
I'm
fair.
glad you think that.
I gotta believe in something, John.
Compassion?
Believe in me.
Yay!
I'm afraid. Oh God.
Swear to me.
Yeah.
Look, I think you're right. She's our ally for now, and
Look, one last knife at our back, perhaps another knife pointing at those trying to point knives at our back.
exactly.
Another arrow in our quiver, all of that.
Gale is positively giddy to be hearing Oresta speaking this way,
Oh boy.
but she's trying to keep it inside.
How successfully?
I mean,
Is she doing that distant, like, wide-eyed stare thing?
just don't
Or
look
is
at
like
her.
her gaze actually more focused for once, and I'm like, what's up?
What the hell? What are you looking at? Yeah.
Man,
It's the Gale stare. It's when it's looking, like approximately 30 degrees down and in the distance. And
yeah.
Gale Whispered, are you okay? Oh God.
Drink. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure people actually partake in the food and drink that was brought.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, look. At least she's on side when it comes to what we need to do next. Right?
Yep.
That's good.
Yep. And we didn't have to go out into the woods and try to find her and get ambushed by someone else, so that's good too. Now we have an easy way to find her. I'm gonna tuck that underneath my mattress.
Hey, question. Who
I'm
thinks?
gonna tuck that underneath my bookcase. Shove.
Nice.
Thud.
Jesus.
That's really like if that's what's happening, I
Yeah.
am super impressed.
That's how that's why I kept Hope and Abandon safe. It was just underneath all my books.
It's just under the castle. Under the-
Oh my God.
Look, I wouldn't do that when everyone's sleeping, okay? That would be mean.
That'd be rude. What kind of coincidence is it? Seven Fingers is coming.
What kind of coincidence was it that, the school was attacked when we were there?
Seven Fingers is definitely hiding something.
I don't
Question
know.
is,
Maybe he's the person who's responding to whatever signal was sent, considering he's one of the three that showed you the message, she says, looking directly at Siantel.
She doesn't seem to know that Seven Fingers had so much stake in the heightened sense. Although maybe she doesn't really know much about the ship either. No, she did. She definitely did.
Okay, but also, us carrying around the orichalcum, is that going to be useful to, make Viren look bad, or should we also be stashing this so that we don't get accused of stuff?
I can keep it with the egg.
Oh, yeah.
Any luck on that yet
I
there?
pat my saddlebag.
It's got
You want me to
Scarlet
put
Empress
that?
in
I've got
private.
another bookcase.
No, that's
Crunch.
okay.
Oh no.
Well, now it's open.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
Scarlet
I am the
Empress is a
Scarlet
ghost.
Or are there
Yeah.
just divots in the ceiling underneath the rest of his room?
You may as well just load up on the incriminating things I'm carrying.
Because if someone has to go
Because
to
if
jail,
someone, this is going to get me in a lot of
Yeah,
trouble
sure.
anyway.
Yeah,
So
the
what's
orichalcum.
one piece of orichalcum?
I also feel like you'd
Alright.
best be able to use it to our advantage.
We'd better get back to bed.
Yeah, sleep.
Yes.
That's definitely something that's coming.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have to leave my room. But I also won't be offended if you want to go try to sleep.
No, Oresta, if you don't mind, I think two sets of weapons are better than one. If she comes back. I don't, or anyone. Look, I just don't want someone coming into my room again while I was alone, okay?
Do you need someone to stay with you?
Yeah, I was just gonna stay in here with Oresta, but
My
wouldn't-
bed's big enough for all of us. Do we just want to have it? You don't have to.
I look at Oresta's bed. Is it big enough for 5 of us?
I assume it's like a king size
Pretty
bed.
fucking big bag.
Also, she's a big girl. She's got big bones,
Oh my god.
We love to hear it.
As soon as she, exalted, they were like, oh, out with the little shitty bed and in with the king size. Because you're a king. You're a
Like an
prince.
extra.
The
What?
prince size.
Cuddle
as they
puddle.
call them.
We could all bivouac in here if we need to.
Sorry?
You don't have to.
I
Bivouac?
probably used that word wrong, but anyway.
What?
Sorry,
was
I've just
that?
never heard of it. Uh-oh.
Bivouac.
I'm gonna look it up.
I know what the word.
Bivouac, a usually temporary encampment under little or no shelter, or encampment usually for a night.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Okay,
And
close enough.
the verb is to make a bivouac, or to take shelter, often temporarily. So, in fact, I did use it correctly.
Nailed.
Fuck you, me.
Yeah.
He's sheltering like under Pyres? Is he the shelter, the temporary shelter?
My abs can provide protection from the sun. And then I just do like a back bend, so I make like a little tent roof.
Oh my god.
It's weird.
I'm gonna sleep in the gutters.
Oh, gross. I am legitimately settling in
Yeah.
in this room.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, like, no offense if other people want to have, like, not.
Flavian starts
Up all
taking
night.
off her tiger claws, putting them down
I
very
want to
carefully. On.
communicate my appreciation to her without necessarily saying anything. I just want to be like,
Snake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay to stay if you're okay to stay.
you're also
Now,
okay to go if you want to go.
Does anybody have anything they need to tell me about what happens in the night?
Depends who stays in my bed.
Oh my god.
Apparently, it's all five.
Is it? Is everyone staying?
Yep.
All right. Well, rest in her sleep is quite. No, sorry.
I was really interested.
You were getting out of your chair.
I
I was
know.
so
quite
excited.
grabby.
Yikes.
Five dragon-blooded in the bed, and the little one said,
Okay, but what order are we in?
Yeah.
We need to know who's
Who's the-
spooning
okay,
who, like,
Oresta's
who's
the biggest
who's
spoon.
the teeny spoon.
I'm in the middle.
I guess I'm small spoon. 'cause I'm
Okay.
very small.
So who's spooning Siantel?
Flavian, I guess.
All right. So it's Oresta, Pyres,
No,
Fluff.
Flavian wants to put herself between Oresta and Pyres.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
Pyres is in the middle.
This is
All right.
wild.
This is really important. Okay, folks. This is extremely important. Cuddle puddles have so much importance.
Flourish, Shire. Oh my
ILL.
god. I can't. Wow.
I think in answer to your question, like I was going to say something to the effect of like I'm gonna probably in the night try to snuggle up next to Flavian for for warmth and support. But if we are legitimately all in a bed in a row, like I think we're all pretty snug anyway already.
Are you trying to snuggle up to Flavian?
Yes.
Oh my
Is
god.
anyone else trying to snuggle up to Flavian?
I am not trying to have sex with anyone.
I feel like Gale will turn towards Siantel in the night, and maybe they'll like sleep with their foreheads touching or something.
Oh, so cute. Want
Um,
to end this, Oresta? Or?
Oresta's definitely, she's keeping her back to the door and her eyes at the window sort of thing. And she's, I don't know, she can probably reach around at least two people. She figures Siantel and Gale have got each other, so she's got her arms around both Pyres and
Oh,
Flavian.
That is
I can picture this
truly
so
the greatest thing I've
perfectly,
ever
and
seen.
it's the best thing.
This
oh
is
my
so
god.
important, folks. I know there's so many other things going on in the universe.
Oh my god, it's so
this is
pure.
very important.
It's so pure. Oh.
That's the plan.
Look, we went to theater school, okay? We are very experienced with these.
So used to cuddle puddles, y'all.
We are.
Oh.
Oh, come on, John. I've heard you talk about them with authority.
It's a mad world.
The following morning is a whirlwind of.
Please tell me someone comes in to wake us up and we're all there together.
And
You are actually woken up by laughter and gleeful clapping coming from downstairs. And then there's a very polite knock at the door.
I will slip out of the bed,
Oh.
gently making sure that everyone's not too badly disturbed, and crack open the door.
Vij, who looks exactly like he did when you saw him last. I see that I only need to make one wake-up call this morning. It is a blessed gift from the princes of the earth that you make my job that much easier in the morning.
Is there something else to be celebrated this morning?
Your father seems to be quite pleased about something. Oh yeah, Veej. Did I say Jeeves?
I heard.
No,
I
you
heard
said
Veej.
Veej.
I said Veej.
We do like Jeeves.
I'm just
Jeeve
gonna.
Jeeve is Veej backwards.
Oh no. Jeez.
Mind blown.
I want to like squint at him a little. I'm trying to read his intentions about what exactly my father's up to.
Okay. Well, his intentions for this, you don't even have to roll.
Great.
His intentions for this
I've
is
known him all my life.
tease Oresta about being exalted without getting killed.
Excellent. Well
Without
then,
getting
I'm
killed.
gonna pretend to be teased.
Oh, very funny. Oh.
Well then, shall we be polite guests and come down to breakfast with our generous host?
I have taken the liberty of creating cakes for you.
That's very kind.
Cakes.
I made them in a pan.
That's a fabulous.
They're not
method
quite
of
as
cooking.
thin as a crepe, but they aren't quite as sweet as a normal other kind of cake.
Yes. All
But
right.
you can make them sweeter if you want.
It
We'll be
sounds
down
fascinating, Veej.
I have honey
We'll be down shortly.
and syrup from trees.
Ooh.
I boiled the sap.
Oresta, I'm never
I feel like we're
leaving.
all like closing the door on Veej again.
We'll also want coffee and tea.
Okay.
Thank you.
And mimosas.
We'll be down shortly.
Lore roll, yes. I mean, I think we're just. Well, I mean, I'm getting dressed. I'm like hopping into my pants and shirt like quite quickly. I can't wait to try these cakes from a pan. It sounds delicious.
Oh, is that too normie for
Hey,
you?
you still there? Hmm?
Is that too normie for you?
No.
It's
What's
too normie for you.
No. I said it sounds delicious.
Of course. My God. Well, I hope you enjoy them as much as I've enjoyed them growing up.
What do you think? Was it really only reserved for like
I don't know.
special occasions?
You probably eat like caviar 24/7.
My parents always said that flavors in the morning negatively impacted our intellect throughout the day. So we would just have oatmeal and clear broth.
Clear broth.
All right, well, the joys
Prince
of
of the
pancakes, do you cover them with honey or with syrup or with powdered sugar or
mean,
with
it worked.
nothing, or you dip your eggs in them, or you do whatever the heck you want because they're...
Flavor in the morning. Okay. I can try
How
this.
else are you supposed to have a day?
But you're also welcome to sleep in if you so choose, whether it's here or back in your other rooms or whatever. Make yourselves at home. Mi casa es su casa, as they say in the South.
I was about to say what? What's this language? I don't speak
it's
Flame
river
Tongue,
speak.
apparently.
Flame tongue. River speak, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm scuttling back to get dressed in my room. Apparently Pyres brought his clothes to Oresta's
I
room.
wore clothes to the room. I'm putting the same clothes on.
Oh, fair.
Don't make it. You always make it sound so weird.
That means you took the clothes off.
Wait,
Yeah, I
did you
did.
sleep naked?
No.
Oh,
not
Pyres.
naked. Well, that's weird. That would be weird.
Idiot.
Look, I'm heading down to meet Ren
Ren is
everybody.
glowing, and he has in front of him on a table several volumes of books that have been bound, and he is just gleefully looking at the spines and running his hands over the embossed pages. I've received a gift.
Oh?
Yeah.
Clearly, somebody who decided to offer based on your arrival. You didn't organize this.
I'm going to rather rudely pick it up and look at it.
I'm going to rather rudely be a total...
Be a total prince of the earth.
Oh.
This is an intact set of the Imperial Encyclopedia, which is a history of the realm in the first 100 years of its existence.
That's amazing. I'm extremely interested, but I'm also going to see if there's any inscription or hint in the back or front of any of the books.
No, but you do notice that on the spine, which has been added on the spine, there is a circle. Just at the bottom. No, it's only your keen eye that shows that this was not part of the original spine.
I hand them back to him. When you're done with them. And I suppose when I'm have the freedom to
I
sit
am never
with them.
going to be done with these.
When you can allow them.
You can have
I
T
have
through
the
Z.
start at Z, work my way backwards. Zenith.
Oh,
What?
of the day, zenith of the day.
First 100 years, there might
Yeah.
have still been a few alive.
Yeah, Ellie Spot has asked for a Drew-style description on which order Pyres puts his clothes on.
Oh, that's a great question.
Always socks first.
Right, so Pyres doesn't like cold feet in the morning. Socks on first, and then, of course, his slippers, over which he's going to pull his long,
His penis
flowy
sock.
harem pants. And then on top of that, shirt and vest.
And his Titian hair is just absolutely perfect.
His hair, of course, today,
Styled as
he
it
does
is.
brush it. He does tend to brush it up first thing in the morning.
And does he like snap the banana hammock before he walks out?
Wore a sweater set.
Can you imagine?
Colored
Well,
suit.
time to meet your father. Oh, God.
I mean, we'd be used to it.
God. We are.
Oh, why are you all still hanging around with me? Oh, it's horrible.
Caliente.
Those glorious abs. Help us wake up in the morning.
They are. Ren, first of all, we need to thank you for your incredible hospitality.
It's my honor to serve anyone worthy of my daughter's respect.
And she is more than worthy of ours.
I know.
Right. Of course you do. That's, sorry.
This is Gathak Pyres.
Oh, yeah. Let's do intros.
The dog Gale Whispered. Lidal Santel. Wait, Lidal Favienne. And what did we decide?
Yes,
Cynic
and the doll.
Santel.
Hello. Yes, hi.
I'm going to give Flavienne a little, like, to get a little nudge in the ribs there.
Gil, you have to have something to take off, right? If you give somebody a present, they need to unwrap it.
Yeah, otherwise it's just a
His
gift.
shirt is mesh, though.
Yeah, it's still fun to take.
That's my rave outfit. You'll be seeing that later. Neon bandana, mesh shirt, let's go.
Yes.
Pyres with a couple of glow sticks. It's just his swords.
Actually, yeah.
They were my fang, and now they are my hearthmates. And this morning it sounds like we're sharing breakfast.
Yes, Veej seems very proud of something that he did by pouring some kind of batter into a pan. I don't understand it.
I have fond memories from my childhood.
Sound delicious. And we'd love to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, forgive me, Prince of the Earth, but it is not your place to answer the door. It is my place. In order that if somebody were to shoot immediately, I would be the one to
I
absorb the
would
arrow's
rather
impact.
you not do that. But
I would fall back into your arms to give you the opportunity to gaze upon my face and swear revenge. I would do you the honor before
I would probably have broken their nose before the swearing of revenge, but before you hit the ground, I'd
Such
have
a
it covered.
romantic.
just before I slip into the abyss.
Hopefully that's not the case.
And he trundles over to the door and he opens it up.
I'm gonna give this guy some Pyres.
And then once again, you see him do that bow, that perfectly executed rip, but then the struggle to get back up.
I'm trying to position myself to see whoever's at the door.
G'day, Ren.
It's not what I expected.
Oh, good.
And Seven Fingers walks in, smiling widely, and then when he sees the five of you alongside Ren, relief washes over his features.
You know my father?
Yeah?
You didn't mention that.
Didn't know you were his daughter.
I'd like to read intentions on all this.
On all.
Yeah, I want
this.
to detect disguises. Like, oh my god.
I want to know what his intentions for the scene are based off of how he responded to Oresta's
His
questions.
resolve is 4.
Okay, that's not good for me. Am I rolling integrity again?
If you are reading intentions.
Oh no. Hey, did I stunt?
Yeah, sure. Why
Go
not?
Hey,
Liz.
thanks. I need all the help I can get.
Someone also tried
That's 3.
the Slack thing.
Not enough.
Not enough.
It's an excellent point.
That is an excellent point.
It's a really good point, actually.
True.
God, I get smarter than all of us.
Sir, you're all right.
And he nods, but then he's looking around a little bit, like he's still maintaining an open quality, but still sort of glancing around as if he isn't quite sure that he wants other people to overhear.
It's understandable.
We were just about to have breakfast. Would you like to join us?
Ah, brekkies.
Classic.
He sits down and he piles himself a stack.
All right. Yep. Sounds like.
You're putting more than one on the other? Are you certain that's wise?
So, have you been in Mayan long, sir?
Only just arrived?
Welcome.
Ah,
How did you come in by sea or land? We encountered a bit of trouble arriving by sea.
it's gonna sound weird, but don't have a ship.
Oh, that's unusual.
Lost it. It appears that certain people were a bit more thorough before they attacked the House of Bells.
So, Dad,
Just over here playing.
how
the
do
whole
you and my professor know each other?
Oh, he actually knows your mother.
Now that makes sense. Don't. I kick Gale Whispered under the table. Sorry, not super hard, but like.
Yeah. Turns out I was one of the ones who helped ferry her. And others.
Mm.
North. This was a long time ago. 5 years? However many years it's been since the Bull of the North.
There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say I
Okay,
don't
cool.
actually know, but
Forget the exact.
Yeah, insert the correct number of years here. Yeah.
fix it in post.
I like give him a look and then go back to my pancakes. Well, it's nice to see a face from our school.
I'm glad you all made it.
Us too.
Have you had a chance to talk to our other surviving Professor Kasak Viren?
No, I can't say that I've had the pleasure. And there's like a distinct tapping of one of his fingers, one of his 7, on the table. As in like, I don't want to talk about this openly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oresta's certainly not pressing it, but she's also still
And yeah,
okay.
about 5 years ago. That makes sense.
Well, I don't want to bore my dad with school stuff.
You know what would make this amazing? Is cinnamon.
More flavors.
I turn to the closest servant or butler or whatever.
That's what I would expect from someone as traveled and worldly. I'll see if I have any. If I make it to the kitchen before I inevitably end up as a sponge for all the arrows coming, for all these fine exalted...
Clunk.
He hasn't always been like that, has he?
Only since I,
Right.
became Prince of the Earth, and I think feels like it's up to his importance or what have you. I think he just likes
Mm.
me.
Such a trusted servant should be able to deliver a message then to my parents if we need.
Absolutely.
Well, where are your parents?
They're staying at Kathak Kanen's pavilion at the moment.
Ah,
Hmm.
guests of...
I take like a huge bite.
Like, it really is quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I take a
good.
deep
Simple
slurp
fare,
of my
but-
coffee.
It's so good.
Cinnamon. Telling you.
This is the best thing I've ever eaten.
Well, I
Chantel's like,
am very
I mean,
jealous of
aside
your
from-
new reading.
In public. I mean,
Very jealous of your new readings, Father. You'll have to let me know which passages most
In public.
stand out.
Ren,
Good.
give us the room, would you?
Straight up.
And Ren immediately just like stands up and he nods and he bows. He knows when he's being spoken to by a prince of the earth.
Sorry. I like mouth
And-
at my dad.
And he just is treating this as absolutely normal.
Yeah.
And everyone leaves.
Well, welcome to my house.
Immediately the sense of relief on his features doesn't go away, but his like shiny, happy demeanor, it just sort of falls away to something that's a bit more serious.
How did you make it into the city?
Watching the ports. Can't get in that way.
Yeah, we know.
Kept a detour, came in by horse.
And you came directly here.
I was summoned.
Bye.
And he looks directly at Siontel.
Right. Just gonna make sure my hands are under the table at this moment, near my swords.
Now, just before we go any further, I didn't come here to have any unpleasantness. Was I mistaken?
I mean, if you've brought a fight to us, then you're going to get one. If you intend to harm us, then you will be harmed.
Nice.
If you intend to harm anyone under this roof, you will be harmed. But no. If you are here because of the summons that I think you were referring to, then you are welcome, and you are under the hospitality of my home.
Who knows?
You're looking at them.
Then you all know. Didn't understand if it was going to be something that would be spread throughout the Hearth. Looks like it was. Alright. Makes sense.
We don't have much to go on, Seven Fingers, but I sense that you wouldn't be working with Kathak Vieran
Quite the opposite.
in your house.
First off, don't know who's in there. It's not Vieran.
We do, and it's fine.
Well,
Second, you gotta understand at this point,
that the four of you knowing stuff like this isn't exactly part of the plan.
A lot of what's happened in the past few months hasn't been part of anyone's plan, I don't think. Even those who attacked didn't expect our survival.
I'm defecting.
I shoot a glance at Santel.
Santel's jaw would hit the table if it wasn't attached.
Why?
I understood that we had two of us at the House of Bells. We had a very simple mission. It was to probe the House of Bells for weakness. I didn't think that it was to take it down, but it was to discover where there were weak parts in the realm, just in case it became necessary.
Trying to find a loose brick and someone came in with a crane.
The bird? Sorry.
I feel like people had levers
Oh,
and
yeah.
pulleys
That's
and
true,
shit.
that's a good point.
Trebuchet.
The Aaron's a right prick.
Agreed.
Yes.
Trying to take down the realm. Something that you got to understand. It's not the goal to take down the realm.
It's theoretically to protect it.
Look. What's known is spread. It's spread out wide. But I will say this. It's not my goal to see any of you hurt.
I'd like to try to read intentions again.
Yeah, please do.
God, why?
No, I'm going to jump in on this as well.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Very good.
I see.
It's not gonna help me. Oh, I got 4.
Nice.
What were you asking?
Intimacies.
Words.
Well,
I know that I don't have to give it to you, but
I'm looking for specifically our Hearth / Fang. Us, basically.
gratitude. It's a minor.
Okay.
Can I just... I'm going to do a similar gesture to the one that Juin kind of showed us last night to show that I don't have any... Yeah, something similar. To show that I have no weapons, I'm going to put my hands on the table.
So this is... So her gesture, just for what it's worth,
Yeah.
this is like surrender,
Right.
right? This is, I don't mean you harm, but I'm going to protect myself if I have to.
Right. Right, because there's like a
Right?
defense.
No weapon, but I'm still covering myself.
Okay.
I'm exposing myself. You understand?
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
So you can choose whether you're trying for a this or a this
Yes.
or a this or a this or a
What was that last one? Sorry.
Water bottle.
this.
Would that be a good stunt for... Okay, just checking. Never... Well,
Scott,
Hmm?
it would always be an excellent stunt.
I'm going to, spread my arms relatively wide and place my hands on the table and kind of lean over towards him. 7 fingers. I understand that you may not know everything about what's happening with your house, and I am so happy that you are coming over. You don't want to destroy Cathak Viren, but please, everything you know, any piece of information you have will be able to help us. Can I try to persuade him to, spill his guts?
Yeah.
Is that legitimate?
This resolve is 4. You stunted.
Okay.
Way to go.
That's
You can use his minor intimacy of gratitude towards us.
as I could. I also would love to use my up deck here to spend a mote, which I will do.
Out the fuck on!
What?
I spread my arms
No.
wide, allowing my shirt to slide open and reveal
Deflecting.
my...
Deflecting to where?
I didn't say that.
No, it's Kung Fu Fenders.
No, I...
Defecting, not deflecting.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I bought myself some successes, so that feels good too. Feels like maybe embassy, being direct.
You stunted.
Stunted. Let's
Stunt that.
go! Yeah! I bought myself some successes too with that.
Yeah.
So that is, you said 4, eh, John?
4.
6.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you have 2 extra.
Okay.
Anything that you want to throw out there?
Read intentions. Intention for the scene. How that?
Make contact with Siantel. Determine whether she's in danger or difficulty.
I mean, that's pretty legitimate. I'm going to immediately put him at ease. She's all right. We're all okay. Things are almost out of hand, but oh.
Now, I was all right with this when it was just information. At least I was still able to teach, able to do what I could. And then when somebody decides to tech my home, my students, got another thing coming. I'm going to put up with it. Not a chance.
So how publicly are you deflecting? Or are you defecting then?
Seeing as how my allegiance isn't exactly a matter of public record, it's not exactly public if I need to defect.
Are they going to be coming after you?
Not yet.
Didn't you succeed at the mission of showing how weak the school was?
The mission was to determine how it was weak.
Well, that
not
was
to act
put
on it.
out into the open before you were able to fail or succeed at your mission.
The mission that I had was successful.
There you go.
Fairy and Solar exalted. In Protector identity.
How long ago did that mission begin?
Over a decade ago.
Did she know that?
Don't think so.
Why would House of Celsi turn on the House of Bells now? If they did. If they did.
I don't think they did. I think Vierin's right stupid on his own. It's your house.
Don't bring my house into this. He's doing his own thing.
Don't bring wait. Hold on.
Hold up.
And he's genuinely sitting there trying to think it out. Right. You have a point.
Mm-hmm. So do you.
And
Give
so
you an A.
you were okay with
Thanks, Professor.
with completing that task?
Yeah, of course I was.
House over realm?
Sorry, say that again?
House over realm?
Nah. Decency. Look, I taught you how to resist the
Yes.
effects. And all of that was true. It's because they're right idiots out there, no matter what sort of exalted you are. But I don't believe in hating someone just because they're someone different. Never have. Never will. And if Excelsi taught me to feel that way, well, then Excelsi's done one good thing in its entire existence.
You can see that putting them on the wrong side of a lot of people's opinions.
Maybe.
Suppose that's why.
But Juin taught you all right well. You saved the students of the House of Bells. And as much as that might have been, your own ingenuity and cunning and all that, part of that was the fact that she taught you well. We all tried to.
No, please.
Do you know if all of House of Celsi feels this way? Is it possible that some members of the house were allied with Vierin and were taking advantage of this chaos that he was sowing at the house?
It's possible.
I don't know for sure. I don't think so. It's not the way that we would have worked. Through somebody who was clearly not acting as part of ExalTwitch. Sure, we might have toppled someone or blackmailed someone, but we never touched Viren. Not to my knowledge. And I don't think that either me nor this one here wouldn't have known.
He was allied with somebody. I always assumed it, or I thought it was ExalTwitch.
Both of us survived, but we both almost didn't. And ExalTwitch doesn't kill its own. Not unless it absolutely has to.
What if they find out you've defected? What would they do?
When I say I've defected, I mean that I'm not willing to fight their war anymore. The vendetta? It's not worth this. Not worth all of the lives of you young ones.
That's it? That's why you're defecting now? That's what inspired this change of heart?
If I wasn't focused on the vendetta, maybe I could have stopped it before it started. Maybe I could have done something for Viren. Viren.
He did it because he wanted to oust the Anathema that were there, that you put there, that you brought there and sheltered there.
Yeah.
So, do you not take responsibility for bringing that action down?
No.
Why not?
Because I didn't tell him to start trying to take out Anathema.
The Wild Hunt has our
Well, then I suppose I might as well
raison
come clean. I've done the Wild Hunt and I hated it, and I never want to do it again.
Your personal feelings are not shared by the majority of the realm,
Oh,
sir.
absolutely not. Probably not even by the 5 of you.
So if you're defecting from the house, why are you here answering a call from the house?
Ooh. It's good.
To make sure she was all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I felt a certain amount of responsibility to her.
To her, but not to the realm.
I care about people, not the realm. At this point, the realm is a joke who told a madman to kill a place I loved.
Then are you here to pledge your alliance with us?
I'm here to listen to your story, find out what's going on, think for myself. That's the best I can offer you. And if it means that you and I got to go a couple of rounds, then I may not have every single one of my digits, but I can still pack a mean punch if I need to. But I don't want it to come to that. And if it is going to come to that, and we are going to go a few rounds, then I'll try to do the honor that I owe to your father, and we'll do it somewhere else. Fair?
Appreciate it.
So you let me know. I've got to get me gloves on. Or if I got to find a way to distribute this. And he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a gun! Pulls out a massive bottle of wine.
I check the sundial.
It is good wine.
It is also early in the morning.
It is very early in the morning, but it is also extremely good wine.
So you come bearing gifts. A defector, a shelterer of Anathema. What value beyond a bottle of wine?
Value? Well, first I thought it was just because I was a damn good teacher. Never got mind controlled by them Anathema, did you?
You were one of the few survivors. How'd you wrangle that? Why weren't you there with the rest of them?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. because look at the time. Already 9:05, and I think we're going to have to end
Okay.
the session here.
All right. Make a note about that last moment there.
To be fair, I have the answer.
Sure. I'm sure you do.
I would absolutely tell you if I was like,
And we're gonna call it there because I need to wait till next week. No.
Oh, if I had said he tells you, Requiem, I would not be in this chair. I would be on the floor somewhere over there.
I know. Like, green card to that, but Oresta would have smashed everything and everyone.
All of it.
And everyone.
Everything.
Yeah.
There would be no more house. Here lies Cathacaressa's home.
There's a piece of wood going straight for the door when Vij walks through it. And he's like, oh, no, and gets it in the...
No, it just pins him specifically.
Oh. And here I was thinking about this toast that I made.
Does it have garlic?
Burnt bread?
I put eggs
Oh my
in
god.
it with vanilla.
What?
And cinnamon.
I'm calling it Nexus Toast.
Next.
The Paris of creation. Oh, boy.
No, Seven Fingers is definitely not a sidereal. I am telling you that right here, right now.
Oh my God.
What I do want to hear is what you learned today, Scott.
I learned that Pyres is very, very much coming around to allying himself with, or allying them with Juin. She's a powerful ally. She's real dangerous and potentially real useful. There you go.
Elizabeth?
Gale is so relieved that conversation with Juin went the way that it did. She knows that she can't count on them all being allies forever, but they've bought quite a bit of time. And she's like ecstatic.
Kate?
Well, Oresta was able to budge towards this temporary allegiance with Juin, having Seven Fingers come in and be like, fuck that, yeah, I brought in an anathema, so what? Fuck that, I'm a defecting, so what? It's about, like, the individual's not the realm, like, it's not about the Immaculate Order, and Oresta's just like, no. No. So,
That's fair. Scott, you want to highlight a play?
Yeah, I was getting some vibes there at the end of the sesh from Kate of like some Great Curse vibes of just kind of and it's what you just said too. So I suppose I'm highlighting the play of like rather than being super perhaps curious or interested in what Seven Fingers was going to tell us, just shutting down in the face of that and being like, "Fuck you, man," which was awesome. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I want to give kudos to Gale for getting her answers, but also allowing the conversation with Juin to happen the way it needed to happen, rather than just diving straight for answers, because I feel like that probably took a lot of restraint.
Did.
But,
How does your magic work?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was really cool, because I feel like in a different scenario, or maybe in like last season, Gale would have just gone for it. So yeah, it's nice to see those little
She's
developments.
starting to understand that like she really needs to like scale it back with her hearth mates and like be more respectful of their process.
Thanks, Gale. That's nice.
It's been a slow learning journey for her. I mean, Pyres' response to Juin, because you were the first one to see her, and the fact that she didn't kill you is really great, and shows how far Pyres has come, because she beat your ass back at the House of Bells when you were trying to escape out of the forge.
Yeah.
So
Which was quite.
Not still oven
it's pretty great. You talked her down.
It's true that I think maybe Pyres from like episode 1 or 2 might have opened his yap and got himself killed.
Yeah, very much. Or like we would have all woken up to the sounds of like the dire lash.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of my brain was like, if I kick the wall really hard, I probably just have to survive about 20 seconds before my hearthmates get here. You know what I mean? Like,
And you wouldn't have.
But it's
correct,
interesting
yeah.
to me though because I did test myself in that being like, I think Pyres can handle this because
Fuck.
well
Shit.
because here's the thing. I'll be blunt. You already know that as much as Joanna said like I'm not more powerful than the collective you, she definitely is most likely more powerful than one of you. You fought her before. It didn't go so hot. And in this case, this wasn't I'm a teacher and I'm going to teach you a lesson. This was if you do anything that makes me feel like I'm threatened, I'm going to have to do something about it. And you showed that like I never felt like you weren't playing Pyres. I wasn't like, oh, yeah, he's just, he's Scott's telling me what I want to hear. So
Well, that's always good. Then. Yeah, I mean, I mean, first of all, I'm very pleased to have met Veej today. I mean, that's not really a narrative highlight. We just
yes,
enjoy
it is.
Veej.
It's so
Serious. I'm absolutely serious. Also, just being able to drop some double bombshells today. It's very nice. I feel like Seven Fingers dropped a nice little bombshell there. But yeah, being able to bring Juin back into the story in a way that was both like threatening but also an opportunity, I feel like is quite masterful to ride that line.
Christ-opportunity.
Christ-opportunity. Yep, that's what I'm gonna say.
I'll have you know that I'm not the first nor the second of the strange butlers that have existed. Do we forget the existence of Loomba?
Loomba.
Loomba lives on in our home.
Yep.
Actually, it was Roomba, I think. Loomba is only the loom of fate.
It's true. But I could summon it right now. Have it come in and fuck our shit. Unplug all the cables.
Oh my god, why?
Because I can.
No. Yay.
I love how everyone in chat is like giving completely wildly different recipes for French toast, and none of them are French. It's like all these different like European countries, and they each have a wildly different sounding recipe, all of which sound delicious.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
But none of which are pain perdu, which is the first,
yeah.
the
It's not
originator
like
of French toast.
original French toast or like any version of French toast that I've ever had. So
Yeah.
it's just fantastic.
I feel
to
like
see.
us North Americans here have a very specific sort of version in mind, you know?
Not all Kung Fu Fenris, not all. Well, thank you for playing.
Thank you. for
Appreciate
the
it.
game.
Thank you for the wonderful game.
you for the wonderful game.
Wow.
And
Bandori.
Poor Knights. Oh, that's badass.
That is actually pretty sweet.
Hey, look, we got a week coming up, and for the first time, I actually get to say what I'm doing on Monday.
Yeah, what are you doing on Monday?
And so here's the thing. It's not a stream. On Monday, I am at 10 a.m. getting up, 10 a.m. my time. Fuck your time. 10 a.m. my time, I am going to be making sure that the Discord for Disconcordia, our Changeling the Dreaming 20th anniversary game, which is played by you, goes live, at which point you will have access to it and you will be able to request your character sheets to be sanctioned. As soon as your character sheets are sanctioned, you can go play. So that means that that's tomorrow, 10 a.m., that starts happening. So 16 Central European, 15 UK time. Yep, that is absolutely
Sounds
true.
about right.
Milestones, yeah, we'll get to milestones in a second. So yeah, that's what's happening. Milestones, y'all get a minor milestone.
Whoa!
And
That gives us one to spin.
one minor milestone, and I will say
That's 4 we've gained total.
Yeah. I don't know who did something cool.
we're gonna say that's what you get.
All right.
One minor milestone. for
Party.
today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you were saying you're going to start sanctioning characters for Disconcordia.
Yep. Now, for that, I should point out that if you do not already have a character sheet, you can also join the Discord and get one and provide one.
Yeah, come to this Discord, and there's a channel called Disconcordia, and you can find the details in there in order to join the real Disconcordia.
Yeah, because that channel's also going away.
Yeah, soon. TM.
Tuesday, I stream at 1800, as it says here, on my Twitch channel, also listed below. Currently, we are pursuing Carmen Sandiego, that red-hatted, red-coated son of a gun. She has eluded capture thus far. But we did capture Mr. Sandy Dunes and brought him to justice, along with a few others, which was great.
Did you actually fail any of your cases last time around?
No, I failed one. I missed one. I went to the wrong place once and it sent me back. So I probably missed a promotion, but I think I did okay.
No, I think you only miss promotions if you fail the case.
Oh, all right.
They can demote you.
Oh,
It is possible.
God, I better get my shit.
They don't all right away, but I think it is possible. Wednesday, it's on me. I will be streaming a video game of some kind, but I missed last week. Oops. I wasn't here. So we'll see what comes up along those lines. Thursday, clinic hours here on this channel. Last week, thank you very much for grabbing that, seizing the day.
Building NPCs for newer storytellers. You can find that VOD on our YouTube channel soon, TM.
We're going to discuss what went into creating a mass game. From the design aspects that I had to think of in order to make the game work, to where I think the game might succeed and where it might fail.
To Kate explaining in detail every single line of code.
I hope you have 1,700 minutes or 1,700 lines.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
Sorry,
A lot of lines of code. Oh God, no.
So it's 10 lines a minute.
For the milestones, I'm comfortable handing out a minor, and that's it for now.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that. But
Friday, we're continuing the punch effect and possibly ending the punch effect part 1.
For sure.
Oh, you still have it.
Which means we
Big
gotta
battle at the end.
we've gotta set up
Me
the
too.
second game
Oh yeah. Sorry.
to dive right in right away.
Saturday.
Drew Crew,
Drew Crew.
3:00.
Yep. And
the
then
book is great.
it's
It's
wild.
so good.
It's
We only
just
get through like 2 chapters every week because we're laughing so hard.
A lot of
my
ridiculousness
God.
this time. And then I'm on at 1700 at 5 o'clock playing Arkham Horror the card game, continuing that campaign.
Yes. Sunday,
Sunday.
we'll be back here with episode 8. We will see what comes to pass with the rest of their conversation with Seven Fingers.
See if Seven Fingers doesn't mind being known as Six Fingers very soon.
Oresta V7.
Mikey.
Crikey.
And that's it for the week. We hope to see you on the Discord. And it's great having you here. Thank you so much for being present in chat. Follows, for the subs, for the gift subs,
The hype train.
bits,
The hype
for
train.
hype
So much today. It's great.
It's so nice to have y'all here. It's such a wonderful part of this experience.
I'm glad that you're coming with us. Come along with all of us.
Foot, foot,
Foot? Foot?
foot.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.